This is Ben from GOATWHORE.
And Sammy from GOATWHORE.
And you listen to the FANTASM Podcast.
Hail Satan.
Phantasm.
This is Philip H. Anselmo.
My name is Kim Corey.
Hey, this is Gorechrist.
Shane Embry, bass player of Napalm Death. Rock up, Dracula.
What's up, everybody? This is Ross Dolan from Immolation.
What's up, everybody? It's Jim Bush from Armored Scene. Hello, Deathsters. This is Martin Van Drunen from Asterix, and you're listening to
FANTASM Podcast.
What the fuck is up, and welcome to the FANTASM Podcast. I am Corey Gorechrist. With me,
Dr. Vincent West.
Hello, here I am. And, wow, what a blockbuster episode we got for you guys. We have Ben and Sammy of GOATWHORE on the show. They'll be talking about the history of GOATWHORE, obviously, as well as promoting their new record coming out June 23rd via Metal Blade Records, Vengeful Ascension. The title track is up on YouTube now and everywhere. Go check it out. SoundCloud. You can also check out our stuff on SoundCloud /FANTASM Podcast, so be sure to do that as well as checking out their stuff. The film we got for you guys:
Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Christopher Lee, Hammer Horror.
At this lonely crossroad in the Carpathian Mountains, 4 travelers find themselves abandoned at nightfall by a local coach driver who was afraid to go any further.
It's no driver.
A coach with horses that knew the way. A table laid for 4. Was this kindly hospitality?
Isn't your master joining us for dinner?
No, sir. I'm afraid not.
Is he indisposed?
He's dead.
Why should a dead man be interested in entertaining guests? Dracula, Prince of Darkness, King of the Vampires. For 10 years, his mortal remains were cherished by his faithful servant, awaiting the opportunity and a victim to provide the life force for the reincarnation of Dracula. A strange premonition warns the guests at Castle Dracula that their host is ready to receive them.
I must kill him. He is already dead. He is undead, Mr. Kent. He can be destroyed, but not killed.
Where's Charles? You don't need Charles.
1966, Terence Fisher, who needs no introduction, did just about everything in Hammer Horror. Did Horror of Dracula, Curse of Frankenstein, Brides of Dracula, The Mummy, Hound of Baskerville, Devil Rides Out, Curse of the Werewolf. I mean, I could keep going. Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed, Phantom of the Opera, The Man Who Could Cheat Death, The Earth Dies Screaming, Island of Terror. I mean, this guy's done it all.
Who directed this one?
Terence Fisher.
He's done everything.
Did all that, yeah. All that I just
He's done a whole lot more, too. He's fucking...
Yeah,
he's a man.
And, of course, Peter Cushing is Van Helsing, which is amazing.
I didn't think Cushing was in this film.
Yeah, there he is right there.
Yeah, but I mean in the film.
I think he's in a lot of scenes, like flashback stuff from the last film, maybe.
Yeah, because this is the film before.
This is Horror of Dracula.
Which is a great movie.
It is. Very gory for its time. This is 1966, so let's try to do this. Let's do movies 1966. Got some really good ones in 66. Actually, that's some nasty hand deterioration there, going to stone from the sunlight. Got a lot of cool stuff here. This is classic Hammer horror stuff. Nasty for its time. It's really, really good. Great acting, great storytelling. This is just classic stuff, really gory stuff for its time. So this stuff wasn't being done then. So, but the films we got 1966. We got some really good ones here. We got Batman, the 1966 Batman movie, which was Adam West and Burt Ward. Got Fantastic Voyage, which was Richard Fleischer directed that one. Let's see what else. The Russians Are Coming. Django, the OG Django. Fahrenheit 451. You got Manos, The Hand of Fate, which is what everyone calls the worst film of all time. It was done on Mystery Science Theater famously and all that stuff, so it's a very good film to watch if you just want to make fun of stuff. You got the Don Knotts comedy The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Stagecoach.
Ghost and Mr. Chicken's a great movie.
It is. Stagecoach, which is Bing Crosby. El Dorado, which is John Wayne. You got the Blue Max, Jerry Goldsmith. 1 Million Years BC. You got the Wild Angels, Ghost in the Invisible Bikini. Frankie and Johnny, which is an Elvis film.
Love that movie.
And we'll save the best for last here. 1966. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, what a great movie.
Nino Maricone, who we just did, wrapped up the Thing review featuring Jeremy Wagner, Broken Hope. There's another Nino Maricone greatness there. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's see if there is any other horror stuff that came out in 66.
I tried looking up TV in 66 since I figured music in 66 was probably a no-go.
Well, here we go. We got some good classics here. Besides Manos, of course, we got Bloodbath. Came out in 1966, which was produced by Roger Corman, directed by Jack Hill, which was Sid Haig's first
I bought
movie.
you that movie.
You did.
And you saw it on eBay.
No, I still have it.
I'm messing with you. That's a joke.
Nobody would want it on there. You got the Plague of the Plague of Zombies, Rasputin the Mad Monk, which is a classic horror film, which was also Christopher Lee. Played the Russian mystic Rasputin. Queen of Blood. So I said Island of Terror. Diabolical Dr. Z. The Witches. And you got The Curse of the Swamp Creature. Kill Baby Kill. An Angel of Satan. War of the Gargantuas. It's a great film. Terror Beneath the Sea. You got let's see, Naked Evil. You got Gamera versus Barugan. A lot of Dracula stuff. Africa, Blood and Guts, Sound of Horror. And then I'll save this one for last for horror 1966. Circus of Fear. So there you go. That's a taste of horror in 66. A lot of
Wump.
And Chamber of Horrors too. A lot of classic stuff. Still good to this day. A lot of black and white stuff, but it's good stuff for sure.
Well, since you had to mention that, I have to mention this. I just think this is important to discuss this. Where's it at? I'm trying to find the... September 8th, 1966 is the very first episode of Star Trek.
Nice.
So that's what I think of when I think of 66. Other than Hammer and Horror, but yeah. September 8th, 1966. Ran through June 3rd, 69. That's what I got for 66. I'm sure there's probably a Beatles record I could mention real quick, too.
Yeah, there's Yesterday, the EP by the Beatles. Moonlight Sinatra by Frank Sinatra. Love me some Sinatra. Got Folk Country by Waylon Jennings. Somewhere There's a Someone by Dean Martin.
66, was that Vietnam War, too?
Yes.
That's nice.
Sammy Davis Jr. show. Sammy Davis Jr., obviously. I hear Symphony by the Supremes. Got Orbison Way by Roy Orbison. Sounds of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel. It's a big one.
That was the sound of Tootie.
It's a big one there. Aftermath, Rolling Stones. Uptight, Stevie Wonder. Blonde on Blonde by Bob Dylan.
Nope. In your bed.
Strangers of the Night, Frank Sinatra. Paradise Hawaiian Style, Elvis Presley. It's a soundtrack. Animalisms by the Animals. A lot of compilation stuff came out this year. Revolver by the Beatles.
Did Hitchcock have a movie in 66?
I don't think so. Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. Time for Love, Tony Bennett. There you go. That's a good one. The Monkees had their record that year. Spin Out, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was on the movie run that year, apparently.
Yep.
Leaving Town, Waylon Jennings. Happiness Is You, Johnny Cash. A lot of good country stuff. We got Fresh Cream by Cream. I have a lot of Fresh Cream.
Yeah, I was told that.
A lot of Fresh Cream.
You give that to Mrs. Gorechrist.
Well, she likes it extra fresh, so.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
The record by Corey Gorechrist, Taking My Fresh Cream. So, yeah, the biggest hits, obviously, that year were Strangers of the Night by Frank Sinatra, We Can Work It Out by the Beatles, and Yellow Submarine, Eleanor Rigby. Yeah, that's pretty much it for any of that shit. That's all I got for that. What porn did they have in 66? Was there any porn going on?
I don't know. I'm looking. What I thought I would do tonight is just talk about Hammer Horror. And Hammer Horror
here's
was
actually
established November 1934. It's been around for 82 fucking years. During the 60s and 70s, the saturation of the horror film market and competitors lost to American funding.
Let's see, I never really thought about doing this before.
What's that?
You can do people that were born in 1966. We got quite a few of them. You got Tracy Guns from LA Guns.
Okay.
Was born January 20th, 1966.
That's interesting.
It is. Rick Astley.
Rick rolled.
Yep. You just got Rick rolled. Rachel Bolin. Or James Bolin from Skid Row. Got Tone Loc. That's funny. Jerry Cantrell. Alice in Chains.
I have a picture of Gorechrist at an Alice in Chains show crying because he's down front singing the lyrics. He also has a sign he's holding that Seattle will remain forever in his heart.
Too Short, the rapper.
Okay.
Christoph Schneider from Rammstein.
That's interesting.
It is. Janet Jackson. Johnny Gill.
The R&B guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Sewell. I don't know if I'm saying that right. He's the bass player from the Cramps and White Zombie.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Matt Freeman, the bassist of Rancid. Here's a good one. June 26th, and this is coming up soon. 1966. Jurgen Rehl from Creator. 1966. That's a damn good one.
That's the drummer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jason Bonham. So John Bonham's son would be born in 66. Lou Barlow, Dinosaur Jr. This is a huge one. I'm going to leave you guys with this one. Actually, yeah. Don't see anything else here. Got Ad Rock of the Beastie Boys. That's not the one I was thinking of. DJ Run from Run DMC. Dexter Holland, The Offspring. And here, I'll leave you with the last one that was born in 1966. Dimebag Darrell.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Dimebag Darrell. You got to mention that. That's crazy.
It's the best one, 1966.
He'd be 55 if he was alive now.
It's crazy.
That's a joke. I don't know, actually. Whatever. He'd be 28. Because my math's horrible. Toodle, I appreciate you parking in front of where I sit.
Well, he would be 51, so you were close.
That's crazy. How old's Phil?
I don't know.
It's a guess that guesses age game.
I'd say he's older.
Really? Because I always was told Phil was the baby in the band.
Is he the baby?
That's what I was told.
He is. He's 48. Because he was born in 68. His birthday is June 30th, so...
Happy birthday, Phil.
We got a little while.
Well, you know, it's cool. We're recording, and maybe by the time this gets out, you'll have it up way before then, but...
We can do that too. We can do let's see. Today is...
You'll be out of town, won't you?
Yeah, won't you? Today is May 19th.
You going up there to New York City?
Today is May 19th, so let's see whose birthday it is. Andre the Giant.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Malcolm X.
Happy birthday. He's happy that he's throwing a party in his grave over that Robert E. Lee statue being removed.
Peter Mayhew, happy birthday. Archie Manning, fuck that piece of shit. Fucking asshole. Ho Chi Minh, that's crazy. Joey Ramone, happy birthday.
That's depressing.
It is.
Although I got to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of that band.
You don't like the Ramones?
I saw them. I thought it was cool that I saw them. As far as being a fan, I would say no. I don't own anything. I don't own any punk CDs at all. So, unless you consider the Chromax punk, which I don't.
Thanks, Tuna, for farting right in my face and my water bottle. It's real nice. Thanks. Phew. Thanks a lot. That's really gross. Dog's just laying on the floor and just cuts one. That's what he's good for.
You know, the Blu-ray quality of this is fantastic.
Now talk about the Oh, fuck, excuse me. Oh, what this release is exactly, the Hammer Collection or whatever.
Okay, what this is, this was owned by a British company, and they tried doing U.S. distribution, and the only things that were ever made were a 3-film collection, which had 7 Golden Vampires, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, and Frankenstein Created Woman. The only Blu-ray releases they did in America, now I'm speaking strictly Blu-ray releases and DVD, and the only Blu-ray releases they did were Dracula, Prince of Darkness, and Frankenstein Created Woman. And I have all 3 of those.
Nice.
And then the idea was that this stuff would catch on and it would sell in America, and it never did because...
So are these all out of print?
Yes.
Wow.
People in America don't have any taste in horror stuff, and I'm going to bring this over and show this to you because I think this.
Well, people that are buying Blu-rays and stuff, really.
Well, people in general just don't have taste in horror films, in my opinion.
Here's an interesting.
Oh, I like them Saw movies. You ever seen them Saw movies?
Here's an interesting thing. There's only one really notable death on May 19th. At least that it lists here on the internet. Nathaniel Hawthorne died May 19th.
Who the hell is that?
The writer.
Oh, that's
Hawthorne,
depressing.
From Salem, Massachusetts.
I'm not going to open this, but there's the collector's cards that came with it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's sealed like an envelope.
He died when he was 59 in 1864. So that's 153 years ago that he's been dead. So that's pretty crazy.
Anyway, this thing came out in 2013. That whole line went to shit. And just to give you guys an idea, and I'm going to use my Amazon scanning app to give you an idea what this is going for used. Last time I looked, it was about $60. Because, again, I know what's going to go out of print. And I have people all the time ask me, well, how do you know that? You can just tell.
Yeah.
What type of release
Plus,
it
if you
is.
know it's not that popular of a thing, but they don't make a lot of copies of those kinds of things, so because they know it's not going to sell. You know,
as I said, used and new from $62.99.
Oh yeah.
Now,
pretty penny.
Well, here's the thing with me though. If there's something that I want, and I want to tell everybody, I've never done this before that I'm aware of on the podcast. If there's something you want, you better buy it. In this day and age, physical media is actually a rare thing.
Yeah.
If you want it, you better goddamn buy it. That's all I'm saying. You better buy it. Because if not, you're not getting it.
There we go. Here's another thing. I'm just going to keep going with this. This is kind of interesting. Vengeful Ascension comes out June 23rd on Metal Blade Records. So I'm going to do birthdays for June 23rd because I don't know if we'll do an episode by then. Glenn Danzig. June 23rd.
I want him on the show.
Well, GOATWHORE, you picked a good day, or Metal Blade, whoever put out a good day. Chose to put out a record on a good day because it'll be Glenn Danzig's birthday, and he's going to buy himself a copy of Vengeful Ascension. So there you go. Who else we got? Chuck Billy of Testament. His birthday too, June 23rd. He's going to buy a copy of Vengeful Ascension. Joss Whedon, director of the Avengers and Serenity and Firefly, all that bullshit. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
$47. There's the DVD release.
Oh, okay.
Look,
I think I've seen that one. Or
Wow.
even the DVD. Joss Whedon, June 23rd. So he's going to buy a copy of Vengeful Ascension. Selma Blair, the actress, who was in Hellboy and shit, she's going to buy a copy of Vengeful Ascension. Because what better birthday gift to buy somebody than the new GOATWHORE CD? So there you go. Jason Mraz, he's going to buy a copy. LaDainian Tomlinson, he's going to buy himself a copy of Vengeful Ascension. What else we got?
I hate that fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking rat turd.
He is. He really is.
Fuck the Chargers, too, up the fucking butthole with a fucking giant dick.
Yep.
We're Los Angeles Chargers. You're lucky you're not the fucking Idaho Chargers because you suck so bad.
You suck potatoes.
It's fucking true.
All right. See if we got any good deaths here. Shouldn't say good deaths. That's mean, but you know, not seeing any good ones yet. June 23rd. It's not a good day for deaths. But you know, it's a pretty good day for birthdays, and it's a good day for metal fans because you not only get GOATWHORE, but you get the new Broken Hope record as well. So that's cool. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming out. Say a happy birthday to Danzig and Chuck Billy of Testament, and enjoy the new GOATWHORE record when it comes out. So consider this a birthday episode as well as a homecoming episode for GOATWHORE's new record.
The interview is awesome. That spell book that I pre-ordered of their new album is awesome. You get a second
It is.
CD.
That if you guys are going to go for a package to buy that record, get it with that spell book. That's just really fucking cool for fans, and it's
because to me the vinyl's cool or whatever, but I don't really like the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I do.
That spell book's awesome. You fucking carry it around with you, and you know, I think it's neat.
I want the second disc because it's got live shit, professionally recorded.
Yeah, who doesn't?
By Eric Rutan.
By Rutan.
And that new dude that they're using. Their sound guy, I can't think of the gentleman's name, is the one that produced their new album. Which makes sense because, you know, he's their sound guy. A quick note, and I can't reveal how I know this, but you'll know how I know it by the time you listen to this interview, but I'm not going to say it till then. But Cannibal Corpse has chosen to go back to Eric Rutan for recording purposes, and I think that is the best goddamn decision, and I'm actually excited to hear the new Cannibal record now, which comes out next year.
Yep.
Comes out at the beginning of next year, February or March of next year is what I'm being told. And if y'all want to know who I heard it from, that was from Paul, the little guy that plays drums for him.
Oh, it's Jarrett Pritchard did the new record.
And if you look him up, Jarrett's done a lot of different stuff.
Gruesome and 1349.
Yeah, which I think those records are good.
Oh, they're great.
Did he do the first Gruesome album?
Yeah.
Yeah, that record's great.
That was great.
So I'm actually excited to hear the new GOATWHORE. I haven't heard it. I heard a song live that they played.
It's mixed by Chris Common, who did Tribulation and Pelican, and then Mayor Applebaum mastered it, who's famous for doing Faith No More and Halford.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
It is cool.
He was retired. They got him out of retirement to do that.
It's crazy.
They talk about that in the interview.
So yeah, we don't want to give too much away about the new record because you'll hear it all at the end of this. Or if you go on our YouTube page, you can listen to it right away. If you're if you just want a quick.
Have you already put that up?
No. Well,
it'll be by the time you hear it. The magic of recording, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already
Corey's already met them, and I just and I've already seen Deicide. Anyway,
yeah, we're just way in the future now with this, but also in the past. It's a mind fuck.
Where it's spewed into this tangent. Not My Car Broke Down. This is something I want to share with Corey. I want you guys to hear this too. This is really cool. I was really upset, and I had to take my key off, and then initially would take the key off permanently where they destroyed my car because the engine was seized. But which, by the way, to get that fixed is like $5,000. That's for a rebuilt motor, and yeah, you might as well just get a new car, which is what I'm doing. But anyway, so in that process and in the meantime of doing that, your Biff Tannen keychain was the only thing that kept me laughing.
Good.
During all that. Because I was really upset when I was walking, and it was just like I just kept looking at that and I was like, that's all right, because you got a keychain from Corey Tannen. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I should talk about this movie. It's just horror film. There's a lot of a build up, a lot of drama, and then in places Dracula will appear, And at this point now, he's not. And one of the driving forces in these movies, obviously, is the casting, and this one is terribly lacking Peter Cushing.
There we go. There's some adult film from 1966. Let's get into some porno. Another Day, Another Man. Raw, naked violence. We got The Flesh Game. Caught in the Act, Naked. Love is a Woman. Mail Service. A Fact of Society Never Before Filmed. Let's see. My Brother's Wife. That's always a good one. Notorious Daughter of Fanny Hill. Red Roses of Passion. That's a big one. A Smell of Honey, A Swallow of Brine.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm trying to find some other ones. It's not giving me a good list here. It's just some Abu Dhabi bullshit that's pulled up instead of... What the hell is that? Let's see, there's all kinds of shit. Muscle Beach Party. Is that a porno?
It sounds like a fucking regular movie, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Buddy Hackett movie. I mean,
Buddy Hackett did porn?
No, it's a Buddy Hackett movie. It's not a porno at all. But, if you depends on what you mean or what you want porn to be. I guess that would be. Mondo Keyhole.
Jesus Christ.
The Alley Cats. Those aren't porn.
Can I just say something else, too, if anybody listening to this?
It's hard for me to find, I look up adult movies and Batman comes up. It's not an adult movie.
Don't add me to your fucking groups online. I just got added to one called Headbangers Forever. It's like, I'm not interested. I'm really not. I'm not interested in that.
Here, I'm just going to look up porn 1966. Corey, you have a virus on your phone now.
I mean, look how ghetto this page is. Headbangers Forever. You gonna get on it?
You can get on every... The highlight.
Man, have you heard that? And listen, we also feature hard rock, punk, grunge, and metal ballads, motherfucker. We also offer Viagra and walkers. It's like I'm really not that old.
Read that whole thing again. He just read it.
Okay. Hold on. First of all, let's just discuss
this. 1966 telecast.
I don't know how you turn that off. I get added to groups every day.
There's Telecaster.
It drives me insane.
In 1966, there's Telecaster porn.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Welcome to Old Fart Metalheads Forever. We're fans of all genres and subgenres and metal. We like hard rock, punk, grunge, metal ballads. You want some Viagra or Walker or a big old Ford truck? It's like, why would I ever join this?
Oh, fuck.
It's like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to join your bullshit. And apparently people think it's funny to do that to me.
Well, no, read what you just read again, because that's the funniest thing I've heard in a long time.
I did read it.
No, you didn't read the thing over that you read the first time.
Yeah, I did.
You said that something about grunge.
I did it. We accept everything from punk to grunge to hard rock to metal ballads.
Motherfucker!
God. It's just horrible.
Oh. That's so funny. I know what you mean. I get invitations to all kinds of shit. It's like, I'm not liking your thing or joining your thing.
No, this girl wanted me to follow her zine. She has 55 followers, now 56 with me. I don't mind helping somebody doing that, because she liked our shit. And am I going to look at it realistically? No, but I don't mind helping. You know, but it was somebody's a fucking ball sack and asked me and like involuntarily adds me to something that I don't want to join. It's fucking annoying. It's like I don't know what on my page. You know, I've got fucking Deicide photos and or album art and fucking, you know, mayhem and fucking gorgasm and goddamn condemned, all this shit I'm into. And yet you add me to some classic metal thing because I go by Ronnie Dio on Facebook. It's like, I'm pretty sure that I'm not interested in your bullshit. You should come on over and check it out, buddy. We got hard rock, classic rock, grandpa metal, new metal. It's like, I'm not interested in your fucking bullshit. Please do not add me. Again, I'll say it again. Please do not add me to your goddamn groups. You know what group I belong to? Street Hawk fans. That's it. I swear to you, it's the only group I'm in.
That's fucking funny.
It is, but you know, I'm not saying it to be mean. I just don't want to fucking deal with it. You know, if I'm not interested in being a part of that, I'm just not, you know. So they're about to fuck. This chick's hot. She's got her nice tits hanging out of that fucking dress, too. But, you know, it's a shame that you can't turn that off. And I constantly get people add me to these groups. The worst are when, and I'm not offended by this because this, I guess they just don't understand. I'll have these fans in Brazil that have added me, and they'll add me to this group, and I can't read anything on the page. You know, for example, it'll be like a shot of like Glenn Tipton from Priest, and it's like chicka mucka waka chicka.
It's fucking funny.
I don't know. But yeah. And it's a shame because I wouldn't mind joining groups people add me to, but I mean, I got added to so many fucking groups at one point. It's every day I have to delete another one because it's like, I just don't want to be involved with that if that's cool. Like, I just don't want to deal with it, you know. If other people want to deal with it, that's fine. I just would rather not deal with it. And again, people want to do that. I'm not judging them. They want to, you know, join metal groups and star groups, you know. I'm in my little nerd group I'm in, my Street Hawk group, but, you know, that's it. And it's harmless. It's like other nerds talking about being nerdy and watching that show. That's it. And how we always wanted to be fucking, you know, we always wanted to be Jesse Mock, and we wanted to ride Street Hawk, and we were a police officer by day, and at night we killed people. And it's true, you know, and rode that motorcycle. It's fucking awesome, but something fun I did, Rex Smith has a real Facebook page, and I emailed him about or messaged him on Facebook about that shirt, and he flipped out about it. So he had no idea. Because I'm assuming when they do these shirts, we were talking about the shirt licensing and stuff on the last episode, but I'm assuming when they do that, they just go to these studios and get it licensed, I guess. So they can't get sued. I guess is how that works. I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, I will also say something about this film. This film, in my opinion, has some of the best visuals of any... What's wrong with Tootie? Of any Hammer film I've ever seen. What's wrong with you? I'm not hurting you. You're a big sloth.
He is a big sloth.
I'm going to cut your belly open with a lightsaber and put Corey inside. Most of, okay, It was photographed in Technoscope, which I absolutely love that format. That's funny. It says edited by Chris Barnes. That's what it says.
That's fine.
I mean, he was like a little kid when this came out. This was the third entry in Hammer's Dracula series, and the second to feature Christopher Lee as the tentacular vampire.
He's the what?
The Dracula does not speak in the film, save for very few hisses, according to Christopher Lee. I didn't speak in that picture. The reason was very simple. I read the script and saw the dialogue, and I said to Hammer, if you think I'm going to say any of these lines, you're very much mistaken. That's from Christopher Lee. Look at that shot right there.
Oh, it's beautiful. The direction is
the cinematography in this movie is worth watching this film for. I used to watch this film on like Saturday mornings when I was bored. I played my He-Man figures and lay in front of the TV. But anyway, Jimmy Sangster disputed the account in the Memoir Inside Horror, writing that vampires don't chat, so I didn't write him any dialogue. Christopher Lee has claimed that he refused to speak the lines he was given, so he take your pick as to why Christopher Lee didn't have dialogue in the picture. You can take my word for it, and I didn't write any. The film was written into a novel by John Burke as part of the 1967 the second Hammer horror film, Anubis. The film was made back-to-back with Rasputin the Mad Monk.
Awesome.
Which also included Lee.
Yep, he was Rasputin.
The film was released in some markets on a double feature with The Plague of Zombies. Oh, this is awesome. Plastic vampire fangs and zombie eyeglasses were distributed to the audience as members got to enjoy this gimmick during the film. This film also inspired John Carpenter's Vampires. George Lucas, John Carpenter's are both big Hammer horror fans. They're also something that I always loved about George Lucas, from a filmmaker standpoint, was George is a big Ray Harryhausen fan as I am. Clash of the Titans, Sinbad, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, movies like that. Those are two of my personal favorites that Ray Harryhausen did. But that gets into all the monster stuff, like the Rancor monster in Return of the Jedi, and whatnot. But yeah, that's the deal with that. Yeah, man, I'm excited to hear the GOATWHORE record. When you get it, maybe we should have a listening party. Have they sent it to you yet?
No.
I want to hear it. I'm excited to hear it. GOATWHORE is one of the few bands, and I'll tell you guys this, and I told them this, that I like to sit down and listen to the entire thing when I buy it. There's very few bands I do that with anymore, where I will literally sit down and listen to the entire fucking album back to front. And that's what I do with GOATWHORE. And the reason that I do that, I've had some people ask me, well, why do you do that, whatever. Well, it's pretty simple to me. The reason that I do that is because I feel like that's the way to get the full flavor of the album.
Yeah, you got to.
Because to me, you're not getting the full flavor of the album if you're just, sitting there picking your balls. And their records, and I hope it meant something to them, and I think you can tell in the interview, hopefully it did.
Picking your balls.
Well, it's true, or picking your ass. It's like, I don't like to listen to like one song by a band. if I do, that's fine. You know, Corey and I are both guilty of this with the last Creator release. I've listened to Satan is Real probably 4 million times.
We pick our ass is what we do.
On that record, but whatever. But, you know... But there's a lot of stuff, like I'll hear the whole thing. That's the other thing that I've always enjoyed about death metal or extreme music or black metal or whatnot. I like to listen to the whole record.
Well, picking your ass.
Well, no, the picking your ass are the people that just want to hear a couple of hits.
Yeah.
Like Tony Rucker.
A couple hits.
You know, or and I'll give Wheelchair Fucker credit on that, too. He likes to listen to the whole record.
He doesn't pick his ass.
He doesn't.
He likes to pick his ass.
I think he might, and have it peed on.
He's peeing his ass.
But my favorite, you know, the other thing, and I forget what day these come out. I think they come out June 2nd. I want all those the Creator reissues. Terrible Uncertainty and Extreme Aggression are 2-disc remasters with bonus shit on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then the rest of them are single disc. But they are all remastered, so I'm going to buy all of them. Actually, I can tell you guys, if you guys are interested specifically, which releases there are. It's all the stuff that was on the Navarine label.
Right.
Let's see. I'm really excited about them. Like I'm excited about the GOATWHORE record. You know, and to talk about Wheelchair Fucker a minute, it's kind of become our thing to go see GOATWHORE. We always go see them when they tour. We won't be checking them out soon because they're going to be on a tour that we're not able to watch, which is fine. But let's see here. I'm just going to throw some albums at you that I'm excited about, and then we'll get to the Creator stuff when I get there. Anti-Cult by Decapitated. Life on Death Road by Jorn. Vengeful Ascension by GOATWHORE. Mutilated and Assimilated by Broken Hope. Of the Deathcore Lot by Suffocation. That's a joke. Sorry. It's of Dark Light with a Deathcore cover. Wrong Motherfucking Son Bitch, Goddamn Watch Your Back, Person to Fuck With by Dying Fetus. Incorruptible by Iced Earth. Here we go. Extreme Aggression, Endless Pain, Pleasure to Kill, Terrible Certainty. Boom. Those are fucking bought. All of those are bought. Endless Pain I like better than Pleasure to Kill. Terrible Certainty I like better than Endless Pain. And then Terrible Certainty, I actually just love that record. I don't know. It's a turd burger.
It is a turd burger.
Would you like the CD, DVD of Enemy God Revisited that I'm about to buy from a used person? He has 2 of them.
Yes.
You're interested in that?
Yes.
It's in like a little DVD box. I don't know if you've ever seen it before.
Yeah, it's huge.
Hercules 1 and 2. And, you know, I told Corey that I wasn't, but kind of like the Frat Regs thing, he knew I would buy them. I am going to buy those John Carpenter Steelbooks and never open them.
Of course you are.
The Heat Definitive Edition is on its way. I don't have it yet. But
Steelbook one?
No, it's not a Steelbook. It's just the movie Heat.
Oh.
But it has an extra hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's almost like 4 hours long now. Here's a movie Corey's not interested in, but I'll be happy to... I have that picture too.
Yeah.
I met Rob.
Yeah, you did. I found a picture of Sammy with Rob Halford. It's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
You go, Sammy.
Evil Ed, which I'm going to get. Corey doesn't like. Lawnmower Man, Corey doesn't like either. I'm getting that. I'm just being to see if he's paid attention. The Hearse I've actually ordered too. It's not out yet. That's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Blackenstein I'm getting for laughs. Missing in Action I'm getting because Chuck Norris is fucking awesome. T.J. Hooker the complete series I'm getting because it's also awesome. Speed Racer the complete series on Blu-ray. That's bought. $20. Go Speed Racer, go! That's a 60s thing.
It is.
What year is that? Is that 66?
I don't know.
Go Speed Racer, go! Anyway. Here's also something Corey wasn't interested in, the Reanimator 2 Disc Limited Edition.
Can't stand that shit.
Oh, and I want to talk about these movies real quick. I think we talked about these in person. I don't remember talking about them on here. I'm a big fan of The Collector and The Collection. Those movies are nasty.
Love those movies.
They are fucking nasty. Those movies are
like them?
I really do. They're nasty, and I want them on Blu-ray.
I didn't think you would, but I'm glad you do.
Yeah, I really did. Why not? It's vulgar. Especially that second one. The second one was a fucking turd basket. He's killing everybody in that thing.
Yes.
Now, is that the same killer in both films?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I've got, folks. I don't have anything else to talk about as far as reviewing stuff. Oh, here's another movie I bought. I have not watched this yet, and we probably should have gave this to Goat Whore, but I almost brought it today, but I didn't. And it's Frankenstein Created Bikers.
Yeah, it's a new film. They're going to be... No, I think I already missed that.
You're like, no.
I think they showed it when I went to Days of the Dead, Atlanta.
Okay.
I didn't go watch
It's actually good.
Is it?
Well, I'd tell you to pull it off. What do you call it? That site's gone.
I'll find it.
I know you will. What was I going to say? Yeah. So that's what's coming out, kids. But yeah. The Hammer thing, I realize a lot of this stuff to people is boring or it's slow or whatever, but to me, if you take any pride in liking horror movies, why not take just a little bit more pride and get into some classic stuff? I'm actually impressed with how much there's Chris, finally.
Yeah.
I'm impressed how many people have actually, that I know, I've kind of turned them on to some stuff like this. Like, not you were already into it, but like Jens or excuse me, Wheelchair Fucker, or just a couple other people that I've talked to, maybe on the internet or whatever. Now, Vincent Price stuff, of course, is my favorite, but I'm a big fan of Hammer horror. I can just watch Hammer horror because I just enjoy watching old horror movies. But obviously, if Vincent West could direct a horror film, I would have Peter Cushing and fucking Vincent Price in it, and that would be like my ultimate jerk-off thing.
Yeah.
And I'd have Dean Cundley, since I can use anybody from any era, I'd have him shoot it.
Oh, that'd be fucking...
Yeah, I'd have him do the camera, the cinematography. Which I don't think enough people realize, my friend Julie went to Texas Frightmare recently, and Dean Cundley was there, and she met him. Free
Wow.
picture, free autograph, whatever.
Unbelievable.
And the one that got Gorechrist, Argento, $40. That's for the free picture, and he would sign whatever you had.
Yeah, and I would just give him everything.
$40.
You can have it.
$40.
Yep.
And you know what we both also missed at that, and she missed it too. She was pissed because she had the time wrong on it. They did a Suspiria reunion at that.
Oh, I know. They had everybody there. Horse shit. But
But our friends over at Synapse have assured me that Gorechrist and I will be able to get a copy of that, even if it's sold out.
Nice. Well, thank you, people, the fine gentlemen at Synapse.
Yeah. Thank you for always liking our stuff. I got one like the other day from Scream Factory, so I guess I'll take it. I was bragging on the Halloween box set that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, we only review, basically all their movies.
We got one like, but it's okay. They don't know how to hit like on the computer, and Eric Rutan doesn't have a cell phone, so it's all or internet, or he also doesn't have a computer.
Yeah, there's a long.
He records albums by just putting his hands on the artist's shoulders and gives him a massage like this.
Yep, and then
the album's done. So anyway, but Paul's getting ready to get his back massaged by Eric. So that's good. I want to talk about that in a second.
I'm going to massage my penis to that record because it's going to sound good.
I think it will. I mean, he's the best to me. And I actually got into an argument with Wheelchair Fucker the other night because he was saying Scott Burns was better. I was like, not really. And I love Burns' stuff, but if you think about it, Burns was like the prototype, and then Eric took that and did it way better. Eric's stuff sounds so clean and beautiful.
Yeah, not to mention, you know...
And I get Goatwhore going in a different direction, because I don't consider Goatwhore a death metal band, but if you're a death metal band, you need to be using fucking Eric.
Yeah.
If you're trying to just do, death metal, like I'll take a band that I don't like, but I bet I would buy the record if it had his name on it, and that's Abysmal Dawn.
Yeah.
If those guys went and used him, Morbid Angel, the current lineup, the Steve Tucker lineup that's back together, him and Trey, and those two other dudes. Eric's doing the record. You know it's going to sound good.
Oh, yeah.
And you know it's going to be nasty, because I'll tell you this, Steve's not going to be up there going, wow, some kind of like industrial thing where he's like, won't hear me, He's not David Vincent. He's not a Nikki Sixx's look-alike. He actually
Looky-like.
He look right. I can't talk today, but he will not do a fucking industrial record or a video game record or whatever the hell that was supposed to be. I've heard so many horseshit stories, and I'll be honest with you, that last Morbid Angel record is one of the worst albums I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's not even a Morbid Angel record. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I think it's a joke. It's just a big joke.
I mean, it literally sounds like they sat in the studio, farted, and then released it.
I would have actually owned that record if they farted on it. That would have made it at least funny. It was like a Grand Theft Auto outside. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know either. They're trying to... That's funny.
Like me.
But I mean, look at... Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this is just my opinion. Look how much better this Blu-ray looks than the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. I don't know where they got that. Look at that. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. Just stand back and look at that shot.
This whole thing so far has just been...
And these movies are older than fuck.
They're very well...
It's like the Bond... We had this discussion recently when Corey and I were
very well taken care of, though.
The Bond stuff, it's the same... You think that's what it is? Universal just kind of kick that print around? I'm not saying the thing looks bad.
No, but it looks as...
Okay, let me ask you this. I'm going to... Okay, you know what we're doing, guys? Folks out there in internet land? I'm going to put Corey on the hot seat right here with Carpenter. What is your favorite... Now, and if it's a thing, that's fine. What is your favorite Blu-ray we've watched of John's picture quality-wise? And I'll tell you mine. You can have two. You can have two.
The Thing looks really good.
Okay.
It does.
What's your other one?
Christine looked really good, too.
Christine does look
really good. It looks immaculate, actually.
My favorite thing that they've put out that Scream Factory has done, because I'm going to explain something, and then I'm going to tell you what I picked. Halloween, that's in that box set, is an Anchor Bay print. The television version that's in there is not a Scream Factory, it's an Anchor Bay print. But it was exclusive to the box, that's why that box is so rare and sought after. So I'm not picking that because that's not a Scream Factory thing.
I get it, yeah.
Same as I'm a big fan of In the Mouth of Madness. That's the last film John did that I jerked off all over myself in the theater because I think that movie's amazing. But the Blu-ray of that doesn't look very good. It's a stripped down, bare bones Warner Brothers Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I do own it though, of course. But my favorite two prints of his films that I've seen are Assault on Precinct 13 and Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness looked really good.
And if I have to have an alternate, then I'm going Escape from New York, because I actually think Escape from New York looks better than The Thing. And I haven't watched it. I just have to let you see. It's just, it's dark and there's all those colors and it's real rich. But I will tell you this. I'll tell you another one, and you're going to honorable mention, is Village of the Damned. My God, that Blu-ray looks fucking ridiculous. It's also a newer film, though.
Yeah.
It's 95. We need to do that one.
We do.
We really need to do that with some. Maybe I should have done that for them.
No, this one's perfect, I think.
Anyway.
It's fucking it's classic. It's Prince of Darkness. Goddamn Dracula.
It's evil, and Sammy's evil, so there you go, bud. That's my Dr. West to you, giving you some British evil for your evil guitar playing. I love you. But yeah. That's just my opinion. I thought... We watched Prince of Darkness. Did you not think Prince of Darkness looked good?
It looked great. I forgot about that. That was the Millie one, the creator one.
Yes, it was.
It was great.
But now the Christine, we'll talk about the Christine here.
Remember.
Nobody believes me about this.
See, I've seen both prints of the Christine and the Twilight.
I own both. You know I own
Yeah,
both.
well, I've seen both. Because
we watched them both.
Yeah. And
the Scream Factory actually tried to get the rights to that. Sony wouldn't give it up. So, which I understand because that's a class. That's like a classic generic title that makes a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
Like a standard selling title around Halloween, sure. Which I don't understand because that's not a Halloween movie, but whatever. But Prince of Darkness and Assault on Precinct 13.
That does look really good, Prince of Darkness.
Wait till you see Assault on Precinct 13. That's his second film, and it looks ridiculous. I had somebody trying to tell me one day that that's after Halloween. I was like, you're a fucking retard. All you have to do is look up his filmography. It's not like it's rocket science to figure out what years and what times and what stuff that he did.
Right.
Now, is there? We'll just continue on with this. This is cool. There's a vampire horror here.
Yeah.
And there's Chris. And this is important. So there is a Halloween film coming out this year, but not the one that Danny McBride did.
No, that's the one that's coming out. Is that one?
No, it's next year.
Well, that's it then.
There's one coming out this year.
There is?
Yes.
I don't know anything about it.
I was playing around the internet and I was like, what the hell is this? Let's see. Did you ever watch your Blood and Chrome?
No.
If y'all don't know what Blood and Chrome is, it's the reissued black and white version of the Mad Max Fury Road film. And by the way, if you don't like the Mad Max Fury Road film, you don't know anything about movies. In my opinion.
I agree.
And I'm not saying it to be mean, it's just the truth. You're just a fucking retard. Because that movie is the tits, in my opinion. Yeah, here it is. Halloween the Night Evil Died. That's why I don't understand what the Danny McBride thing is, because that's not what this is.
Unless it's a whole different thing, I don't know. Because the Danny McBride thing is like the main thing that's supposed to be on.
Well, what's that then? That's this fall.
Yeah, that's some like weird bullshit thing. It's like I remember seeing something about that. That's like some fake.
It's not fake. It's that Mustafa Cod did it.
Yeah, it's some crap movie. I don't know. It's not like a true Halloween like sequel movie. It's like something else.
Not what it says. It says fan-funded fan film.
That's what it is.
Brings back Tony Moran as the Shape.
It's weird. It's like some indie thing.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. If it's Michael Myers killing people, then
that's what it is. That's the cool part of it.
That's fine with me. I have no.
And Tony Moran's in it, which
I have no objections to that.
So. He was Michael in Part 6, which I love that movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that. And I'm going to tell you something else. I'll give some people the Taster's Choice on Halloween Part 6. That's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's also the last film with Donald Pleasance in it. And to me, it's better than Part 4 and 5.
I'll take that.
I don't hate 4 and 5. And I want to tell you something else, if you're ever listening out there. Danielle Harris, I would eat the peanuts out of your shit.
I met her.
I would eat the peanuts out of her shit.
She's
fucking hot.
Way shorter than me. She's like 5 foot tall.
I know, I like that. I want to mount it. I want to give her the doctor's stethoscope up her butthole. But anyway, while I listen to Vengeful Ascension, and have her read from the spell book as I take her anally. She's hot. I can't help it. Have you ever... Let me show you something. I wish if I could show you guys this out there, I would, but I can't. Have you ever seen her little hot photos that she did?
No.
You got to see this.
Should do nudies?
Well, I'll just let you decide.
Well, if it's either nudie or it's not nudie, is it?
It's not nude, but it's incredibly hot.
Okay, well. And we got the softcore hour with Dr. Vincent West here.
They're hot, I'm telling you.
I've seen so. She's been nudie and stuff before.
I know, but these... When I find this one...
You can't out-thwack the Gorechrist. You just can't.
I love that she's got that little tattoo on her thigh.
Yeah, she thinks she's hot sexy because she is.
I just want to fucking eat her little butt out while she's signing autographs. It's like he paid for the VIP to taste my butt.
What the fuck is that? Is she like Moulin Rouge?
It's a thing they did at the Palms for charity.
The only thing I'm doing with my palms is whacking off.
Look at that tat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, I want to see something else, though.
I'm just saying, even I got hot over a fucking...
The doctor's overreacting here. He's not showing me the real stuff here. He's holding back. Yeah, that's a little better, thanks. She's got a tattoo on her buns.
Look at that thing.
Jeez.
I just want to tear her clothes off and be like, I found the art. I just think she's hot. She needs to be stuffed.
Fun stuffed.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that, yeah, that was Las Vegas Midsummer's my dream in 2013. I'd be like, it'd be my dream if I got to go back there and huff that thong she had on. Ladies, send your thongs, care of Dr. Vincent West. Attention, Corey Gorechrist.
Phantasm Boulevard.
Yeah, you gotta... Corey sniffs the panties, then I whack it to him. Make sure that they're odorous or rungus for me. But yeah, I don't know. She always thought she was hot. You know, she's in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead as like a little kid.
You're like, don't tell the babysitter that Dr. West is hard.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think she was hot in that, but the interview, and we talked to him about this when we had him on the show. The interview that Sean Clark did with her, she is absolutely brutal against the studio. How they just murdered her character in part 6. That's her getting killed at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now everybody's kind of cruising around looking for Dracula.
Dracula.
How is it almost always 7 o'clock? Feels like I've been here for like 10 minutes.
I know.
Anyway, GOATWHORE is touring right now. They're about to do a headline tour with Ancient. Am I saying that right?
Ancients.
Excuse me, Ancients. Now, what type of music is Ancients?
No clue.
I've heard of them.
I'm assuming they're like a
dirgy, crusty thing.
Yeah, or deathcore stuff, or it's like
I don't think it's deathcore. I don't think
it's like that gent stuff, like Meshuggah type atmospheric.
You know what we're going to find out right now? We're going to find out what Ancient sounds like.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that band before on the show, if I'm not mistaken. I don't quite remember though what they sounded like, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them before. But yeah.
It's a Season of Mist band.
Okay. That's a star.
This looks horrible.
Is it bad?
This can't be the right band.
Well, guys, if the movie doesn't do it first, I'm just going to go ahead and fall asleep.
The movie's bored you to death.
Oh, it's alright. It's a good movie. Any seconds I just wasted.
Let's do that one more time to see Corey's face.
Is that what made it?
Man, it's time I have wasted. God damn. Where are the nuts in metal anymore? There apparently isn't any. My grandma got me a cookie. Listen how gay this is. Following the Voice. Now available on Season of Footlong. Oh, Sam Dunn reviewed this record last year.
They did.
The vocals are the gayest thing I think I've heard in years. Except for that Barn Burner band you played.
Raw! He's angry. Raw!
Then he does the Burton Bell. I'm a fruit.
Huff my fart smell. He's a rock star. Don't you hear it? He thinks he's fucking Maynard Keenan.
Welcome back to the Banger Bar for Overkill Reviews. First off, I want to thank all of you for pushing us over the 50K
pushing us over the 50K mark, and I want to thank eBay for my t-shirt collection.
It's from Ancients. It's called Voice of the Void. It's released today on
I did the clean vocals on it.
Ancients were formed near Vancouver in 2011, and their debut
I suck their
album,
wiener because I'm from there.
2013. That debut made some serious noise in the metal underground. So let's see what their sophomore effort has to offer.
Let's see what my soft flaccid peen has to do with it.
Following the Voice, and it begins with a really big, loping 6/8 epic riff. Check it out.
That's loping. What's loping?
Look, here's what's funny is how he puts these clips of people at shows when he plays music. You don't think that's funny? We love Sam Dung on our podcast. That Canadian footlong. What an old fucking haggard woman he is. What an old slut. But look how he just takes random people and's like that are headbanging. He's like, we're gonna put a clip.
The riff takes its time and pushes through the first couple minutes of the song, and then we get introduced to vocalist Kenneth Cook.
Then Kenneth Cook comes in from his hearty day at the burger joint, and he's like, my girlfriend left me. Roar! Roar! Roar!
I'm a fruit, I have a beard, and stretched out earlobes and a foot-long tattoo.
fruit.
I'm a queer. We're from Vancouver. Our hockey team sucks. Anyway, that's what I think of Ancients. Unfortunately, they're touring with Goatwhore, so you can get there late, so you don't have to sit through many lives I have wasted. Jesus, I farted with more fucking talent. That looks. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like something fucking Brant and your brother would listen to.
I'm a fruit.
Brant's like, I'm friends with them. He came out and took a picture of me in some circle.
Many lives I have. Hold on. You just wasted Dr. West's breathing opportunity. I'd rather just went and breathed somewhere than listen to that. Because I was actually suffocating listening to their fucking turd music. The stench of their fucking foot-long record. Their sophomore foot-long release. Today. By Season of Shit Records. In Canada. Just like the Vancouver Canucks, Ancients have paved their way by having their rich family members put them on tours. Ancients breaks through another boundary by touring with Goatwhore.
Goatwhore.
God, I just don't get it. It's the same thing with them touring with Amon Footlong. I don't want to watch that. I saw Bathory. I don't need to see Amon Amarth try to ruin it. I just don't. And him walking around with that horn with fucking Bud Light in it. He's like, I'm fucking tough. It's fucking stupid. It's like, yeah, where'd you get that at a fucking? Did you get that at a fucking Renaissance fair? You fucking old fruit. It's fucking stupid. I'm gonna drink Bud Light out of this horn. It's fucking retarded. But who knows? I don't know why. I don't know why bands do that stuff, and I don't know at what point anybody was like, "That's a great tour package. Let's put this terrible Canadian band in front of Goatwhore." Many lives I have wasted. It's like, woo! I'm so fucking scared. Ooh! I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because I heard Ancients. Actually, I probably can't because it's so fucking horrific and stupid. But yeah, I don't get that. I've never understood tour packages like that. And I actually talked to Ben and Sammy about that. And Sammy actually goes along with me with it, whereas Ben kind of tells us to be professional and be nice. And maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I had fun with Sammy making fun of deathcore, though. Because deathcore does suck. All of it. Every single band. And that, speaking of which, that new Suicide Silence record, the cover of it looks like a boy band record. It does. Backstreet Silence. That's what it looks like.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. But you know, whatever people are into, it's fun. Actually, it's not. It means you're an idiot, but okay. Because there's many lives I have wasted. It just sounds so generic. It's like, and then that guy's like, roar, now we're going to kick in this part where my girlfriend likes to give a strip tease to. It's fucking stupid.
Strip tease.
It's just dumb. And I said this recently, the reason that I love Crisian so much is because Crisian doesn't do clean vocals. Crisian also doesn't fucking do breakdowns. Crisian also does go 400 miles an hour.
They do.
That's why they rule. But anyway, and say what you want. There's a lot of bands that are still good, you know. And you know, I can't do these bands with this clean singing. It's fucking corny. I just don't even understand. I don't know who put that tour package together. It's just terrible. It's like that fucking foot-long turd band from fucking Atlanta that's on the fucking whole Morbid Angel tour. I mean, whose dick did they suck? You know. Which family member wrote out that check to Morbid Angel to get that tour? I mean, it's true. What are they called? Bud of the Fallen, or what the hell they're called? Wolf Nuts, or whatever. What was the name of that band?
Withered?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing you are, that old fuck that's in that band. That's all you've done is withered with age, buddy. Nobody wants to fucking see that bullshit. I can't stand that band. It's like, how are you on that tour? I don't know. Whatever. Everybody likes whatever. You can like whatever you want. I don't care. I just think you're stupid, but whatever. It's fine. And there's people mourning about Soundgarden. I don't understand that either, but whatever. You know, but hey, what do I know? My heroes die. Nobody gives a shit. So, you know, we have We have to make a martyr out of somebody that didn't deserve it, I guess. You know. So be it. Black Hole Sun, won't you come? Anyway. But yeah, that band's terrible. Definitely get there late. I'm actually glad they're not coming anywhere near us on that tour. I wouldn't want to sit through that. Of course, I had to sit through Clown Fucker and East Tennessee Sports Rod or whatever the hell that was. You know, some kind of bullshit. I had to crap turd. I had to fucking swim through to get to GOATWHORE. Yeah, whatever. And you know, sometimes when we do this kind of stuff, you know, like the Creator thing, I was really sick. That show was a nightmare because Gorechrist had to get up at like fucking 5 a.m. or something the next day. It's usually some kind of debacle when we try to do something, or it's a debacle at the show. There's some asshole that won't leave. You know, we're trying to do business and I can't get them to fuck off. You know, it's like, man, I just want to tell you, and I just want to walk up to them like, man, I just want to tell you he doesn't care. Have a good night. Get a DUI. Go to jail. Do your family a favor. Sober up for a while. You know, but when we destroy the evil. Only the evil. And your breasts. I think it'd be funny if those fucking priests put her on the table and mounted it. She's like, I have hard nipples and hard fangs. And that lovely dissection noise is Toodle destroying an animal. We found a small animal outside. He's eating the carcass of it. Yeah, they're about to give her the stake to the heart, honey. Here you go. Happy New Year.
Oof. Nice vibrant blood there. Always nice blood in these movies.
Yeah, and how these movies get away with a non-rating or a G rating is beyond me. Because people just didn't give a fuck back then. So I guess Twin Peaks is going to start soon. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome news too.
I'm not sure exactly when it starts. I know it starts soon. I need to look that up because I don't want to miss any of that. That's going to be one of those things, if you miss it, you're fucked. Yeah. It's not going to make any sense. You're just going to be like, huh?
Get on the ball with the Twin Peaks stuff.
That stupid ancient song stuck in my head. I don't know. Music like that to me is just corn. You know what that sounds like? Something Rat Tail would listen to.
He probably. Oh, I bet he bought everything from it.
I bet he's down there going like this. He's down there going.
Yeah, he's one of those. This guy we used to know. He's one of those people that mouths words in the front so you get noticed by the band, and he doesn't know a single word of the fucking song. It's fucking stupid. I mean, I guess I get it, but it's also just stupid. But whatever. What do I
know, I have to admit, I miss going to shows with it because it is funny to watch him sit down there and not know anything that he's talking about, or he doesn't either when he meets them.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't on that record. Oh, really? I just stole this from the...
Man, I was just saying the other day, man, it's so cool meeting you. I've always wanted to meet Steve Benton, man. This is awesome.
George Benton, man. It's fucking cool, man.
No, Steve Benton. Yes. I met Glenn Sheen a minute ago. Fucking awesome, man. Man, I love that Tomb of the Mutilated, man. That shit's heavy as hell, man. There was a time... This is really funny. I'll share with you guys. Corey and I went to see Cannibal, and we were hanging out near the... That sounded bad.
I know, it was in my
It was like,
spill-proof water bottle.
It was like douche.
But anyway, so we're standing out there, and this hick walks over with some road horn. He's like, Chris Barnes fucking here? Well, fuck this bullshit. Isn't that what he did?
Yeah. It was like, I was like, yeah, Chris Barnes has been gone since '94. He was like, that's fucking bullshit. Really? I was like, yeah, who the fuck do you think you saw up on stage tonight? He's like, well, that's fucking bullshit. I just want to meet Chris Barnes. And he just left.
But it was funny. Like, he walked over with his shirt off and his fucking flying done and his rustler jeans and his fucking cell phone in his back pocket like a chick. And he cruises over with his shirt off. He's just like, where's fucking Chris Barnes, motherfucker? I was just like, what is this? What commode fucking exploded tonight to have all these turds at this show? Because honestly, and let's just be honest about this, and I had this discussion, actually, it's kind of funny, I actually had this discussion recently with Matty Way, another one of our guests. I told him that I hated going to shows because it always looks like a toilet exploded because it's nothing but a club filled with turds.
What did he say to that?
He actually agreed.
Oh, okay.
Which I think's funny, which also probably why they don't do shows. But
yeah, I'd say.
Anyway, no, I don't know if he really agreed with me or not, but I'm saying it. Every time I go to one, there's some kind of fucking locust loaf over in the fucking corner that fucking crawls over and fucking tries to ruin everything I'm doing at the show.
I had one guy come up to me and he's like, seriously, this is the extent of what me and the doctor have to deal with on a daily basis at these fucking shows. He comes up to me, he's really drunk, and he's got a fucking camera in his hand. He's like, hey man, do you like nachos? I was like,
what show was that?
Fuck, I don't know. Something stupid. I don't remember, honestly.
Do you like nachos?
He asked if I like nachos, and he was being completely 100% serious.
Hey man, do you like to eat?
Hey man, do you eat food for sustenance?
Hey man, do you ever poop? Man, do you ever have gas, man? What's up? Yeah, I don't like that. I'm curious if you guys feel this way too. Let us know. I don't understand why people have to walk up and start a conversation with me about absolutely nothing.
At least be like, stupid. Hey man, how's it going?
It's just no, it's not even that. It's like it's dumb.
These Cro-Magnon fucking.
It's creepy. It's like and
drunk retards.
Yeah, with a beard and they're fucking stretched out buttholes and they're like man, exactly, and they're like, man, let me tell you something, man. Metal fuck brotherhood, man.
Yeah, man. I ate nachos. I was just seeing if we could be friends because I like nachos. It's like, can you get the fuck out of here, please? That's not something you asked me to see if we have in common. You should ask a few more questions before you ask me about nachos. Like, if I'm already at the point where we're like going to be friends and we're going to hang out, you segue the nachos into maybe us having like a bro date and going out to eat or something. It's like, do you like nachos? Yes, I like nachos. Cool, let's go out to eat. Not start off knowing I exist by walking up to me and be like, do you like nachos? And then when I said, yes, I like nachos, he was like, cool, man, me too. It's like, are you a fucking loser? I don't understand your motivation for getting up.
Hey, man, do you ever pee?
Have you ever used a public restroom to empty your fucking wiener?
I know what you mean, though, because...
I'm not making that up. That's exactly what
if you remember that fucking idiot, every time I try to talk to somebody, even before we were doing this would happen, but it's like I'll have people just...
Oh, we're waiting in line for fucking El Nacho to fucking be done with his conversation. It's like, man, I saw you yesterday. Okay. Yeah, man, it was really cool. Awesome, man. Yeah, and my wife got your CD. She doesn't like it. She wanted me to sell on eBay for her, but, I'm trying to get her into your music, man. Cool. I think my wedding song's going to be that one track. The one I can't remember it because I downloaded it. I didn't read the back of it.
You're right. They sit and ramble. And
then they're like, okay, cool, man. Yeah, I just had some beers, I'm just hanging out. Awesome, man. Hey, man, do you think me and my 6 cousins can get a picture with you real quick, and then maybe you can sign everything I stole from the fucking internet? And wait, also go ahead and sign my Blu-ray for Pacific Rim why. I just want you to sign it. Just make it even better of a movie, man. All right, cool. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to go see you next time 6 years from now when you come back. Oh, cool, man. That's great. Yeah, man, I really like one of your records. Your music's pretty cool. Awesome, man. I had a good time at the show. What kind of instruments you guys play? Hey, man, do you play an Ibanez? What about you? You play a pave? And you play a Telecrafter? That's pretty awesome, man. All right, cool, man. Well, I'm going to get to these other fans here. Oh, man, do you want to take some more pictures? I'm going to have a whole album for my Facebook, about 200 photos. So it's just like, get the fuck out of the way.
Every time, though,
and they know that you're behind them and there's other people, but they don't give a shit.
They sit and stuff. Well,
they act like they're Wikipedia or Encyclopedia Metallum talking to these people when they're not. Like they just,
You're right, though. They stall, and you can tell when they start running out of ammo to keep the person from the band interested, because they're just like, man, have you ever had Burger King, man? You heard of it?
Man, I had Burger King. We were listening to Vengeful Ascension going to Burger King, man. It was fucking cool, man. I listened to it on YouTube because I don't have a Facebook. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here with your horse shit. I really just don't. I don't get it most of the time. I've never been one to keep people waiting or, I just don't know why people are such fucking turds.
Well, it's annoying though when you try to go to a show and we're trying to, especially if we're working.
I think there's time police that are alerted whenever me and the doctor go to shows, whether we're getting interviews or we're just actually going to enjoy a show and meet bands and stuff. And people are called like, okay, they're about to show up. All right, we'll send them in, and a guy shows up because there's always one person that slithers in there like a second before we're about to be like, hey, and in the same breath they're like, hey man, I saw you about 12 years ago with my son. It's like, okay. Yeah, man, you guys were really cool. You played fucking bingo hall. Okay. Yeah, man, I got really drunk at that show. You guys like beer?
Man, have y'all ever tried crackers before, like saltines? They're really good with food, especially soup. It's just... you're right, I know you, and it just will not end. It's never... Man, have y'all ever put gas in a car before? It's weird, man. It's expensive, too. Look at him under the water.
And just like that, the film's over. We went on a huge tirade there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fun. Well, what did you think of this movie?
It's a classic fucking film. The cinematography is one of the best ever made, I think, in my personal opinion. The direction by Terrence Fisher is iconic. It's, all the stuff he's done. I mean, this is just the beginning of the stuff that he's, starting to do. So it's pretty awesome. And it's essential. This is an essential film for horror fans to watch. You can't go wrong when you got the likes of Christopher Lee playing Dracula. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. So, yeah, I love it. It's right up there with the best of them.
It's a special film for me from my childhood. I love that ending. I think that ending's iconic, him falling into the water and then him looking at you.
And that blood shit, that's really gross too. The blood looks really good in this film.
All the fog and stuff coming out of the thing. It's just amazing. And he doesn't speak through the whole film, which is also interesting. But anyway, Sammy and Ben from GOATWHORE. I had a lot of fun talking to him. Sammy I've kind of gotten to know from just him seeing me at shows. He remembered me and everything, so that's cool. Zach I barely got to see, and that the bass player I didn't talk to. Yeah, he was up doing other stuff, TA or whatever they call him. But Ben and Sammy, it's a killer interview. I hope you guys enjoy it. Vengeful Ascension comes out in June 23rd. Metal
Blade Records.
And you get your pre-orders from indiemerch.com.
Yes, you can, or metalblade.com/goathwhore.
And that's all I got. That's all I've got. Enjoy. Interviews coming up.
And from the Doctor and I, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
And stay fucking gory.
All right, this is Dr. Vincent West with the Phantasm Podcast. And I'm here with...
I like the way this is going already.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Vincent West.
That's me.
The Phantasm
Podcast. Yep, that's me.
That is a great introduction.
Well, thank you. And my House of Horrors, my favorite band. We're with GOATWHORE. Ben and Sammy, how we doing, guys?
Pretty fucking good, I heard your favorite band was Behemoth, man.
Mine?
No, just joking.
No.
I heard your favorite band was...
I'm on the mark. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm on the mark. Do-do-do-do. I'm on the mark. Do-do. Yeah. All right, let's get serious.
All right, how about you guys tell me how the band came together?
There's a lot of variations to that.
Yes.
Man.
Any way you want to start,
so
wherever
look,
you guys want to start.
Check it out. So they Sammy and Jared and Zach Nolan. Well, you and Zach Nolan first started the
it was
Inception.
a two-piece when we first started.
Okay.
And we loved Beherit, we loved Blasphemy, we loved all the old real black metal bands that nobody...
Like the real fucking necro, nasty
fucking... Impaled Nazarene, Beherit, and all shit like that. So me and a drummer started a worship band of that. Then it just kind of evolved into, well, let's try to sound like Celtic Frost and Venom with that vibe.
And so you had, then at that point, you had like Sammy,
and
Zach Nolan,
Ben Stout,
the Ben Stout,
and
Pat Bruders, and Jared.
Yes. And then Jared quit, and I was singing at the time. And in Baton Rouge, I tried to fight 7 dudes in a bar, and like I said,
that was that bar. It was like near the LSU campus.
Yes, and needless to say,
what started the brawl?
I don't even remember.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a catfish sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Needless to say, I didn't win that fight.
Yeah, I don't think I.
So I got my jaw broken, so I couldn't sing, and we had a bunch of shows booked. And my good friend Ben Falgu was like, I'll fill in for the shows because your jaw's broken.
Right.
And it just kind of fell into place, and was like, why change it? This is great,
And from there, everything just
kind of fell into place.
A few change of members here and there, and things evolved, and things,
And your first record label, you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that.
I do not want to talk about them at all.
What about the album? We can start with the first album, though. We can talk about the first album.
Fucking Eclipse.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Fantastic. Great experience.
It's a great record.
You know what the first... what's funny about that record is the first time when we did the demo, we all went in and we were drinking fucking beer and shit.
Yeah.
We were drinking beer, and then we came back and listened to it, and we're like...
Sounds like shit.
This sounds like shit. We need to redo this. We brought like a case of beer, and Sammy was like, you know what I heard if you drink beer? Doing vocals is really cool. And we did the vocals for the fucking record, and we're like, oh, this sounds terrible.
Like garbage.
Let's redo it.
Well, it did work for the Ritual Killer record, but that's a completely different story.
But so we did that. I mean, it was basically the Serenades to the Tides of Blood, the demo. There's a bunch of shit that's on.
Basically,
majority of that is on Eclipse of Ages into Black.
Okay.
Except for like a few songs here and there.
Well, now, and then you all did a lot of touring for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually we did a lot of touring for each record. Even though it was like such a small thing, like with the label and everything, we still went out. Luckily enough, we were hooked up with certain individuals that we were able to get on.
They believed in us and helped us.
I don't know if they necessarily believed in us.
Well, they wanted to help us.
I don't think they wanted to help us.
But we accomplished a lot of shit during that fucking time.
No, we did. We did a lot of fucking crazy tours, man. We toured with Mortician and Malignancy.
I love
We toured with Gore. We toured
Immolation several times.
Yeah. We did. Immolation was the first band that brought us to Europe.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We did It was Immolation, Melakesh, us, and
Sickening Horror.
Sickening Horror.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Remember the drummer from fucking Nile?
Yes.
His first band. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we did a lot of stuff with Immolation, back in the day.
Ross.
Ross and Bob are good dudes.
All those dudes, they write some amazing fucking shit.
I got to do this. They would kill me for bringing this up, but I went and interviewed him. And I was like, they were on this really weird package, and I was like, why aren't you all on like a death metal package? And they were like, well, we're just trying to kick some bucks or whatever. Because to me, and I won't say who it was, but I was like, why the fuck are you opening for them?
Yeah,
and
you know what? Though?
He was so flattered, though. He was like,
man, it's the industry, and it's how they
right
do.
now, dude. That you got to do what you got to do nowadays, man.
What's like you guys do? I had a conversation with you outside Masquerade on a tour you guys were doing a couple years ago, and you all just slayed every band on that bill. Everybody wasn't there for GOATWHORE, and they should have been, because you all slayed everything on that fucking bill. And I support you all no matter where you're at.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, man.
Well, it's beautiful. We were talking about it.
You know what it is? It's like the music industry, it has this concept, and sometimes it's not working, but the thing is you can't let it get to you, because once you start letting it get to you, then that's when
it destroys you.
Yeah,
right.
You don't like
it gets very discouraging, dude.
So you have to take that element, and then you have to step away from it and go, this is what I'm doing, and fuck whatever is going on.
Exactly.
Scenario.
Right.
And we just do what we have to do.
You believe in
so
what
when we
you're
do
doing.
a tour like the Summer Slaughter thing or something, we're like, all right, yeah, we're just doing this, and we're going to go out there for, 25 minutes for Summer Slaughter. And then just do it.
I saw you guys do that.
Yeah. Well, and just go out there and do it, and then afterwards just have a good time.
Some kid out there would be like, that's not exposed to this kind of stuff, would be like, wow, that's way heavier than what I've been listening to.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
And I'm not going to name any other bands. Or,
well, no, you have to understand, you have a younger generation growing up.
Oh yeah,
and they're being confused by what the business wants them to know. What is metal?
What's been spoon-fed?
You know what I'm
to them,
saying?
You know?
Right.
So then you have bands like us and like
Destroy 666 and Toxic Holocaust.
And Watain and fucking...
Yeah, and the list goes on and on.
Judas Priest and things. And, and these kids go to these shows and they're like, holy shit, this is...
Right.
You know, this is...
It's what's special
everything
about
comes
you guys,
full circle.
I like that because you'll get on a bill like that and then you can... It's education.
Yeah.
For the people that know, then they love it.
It's all about people that have never heard the Plasmatics or Venom before.
Yeah.
Or Celtic Frost. But anyway.
Enough. Funeral Dirge for the Rotting Sun, which I saw you guys here over at a little place called Blue Cats.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I remember that show.
Twice, I think you all played Blue Cats, or just once?
Yeah, we played
twice.
There
yes,
we played there once on our own headlining, and we played there with Super Joint Ritual. Yeah. It was good shows. That record was a unique record. There was
very dark times during that record. Because that was when he got in his accident and his legs were broken and he was going through a massive depression.
I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah.
And I was going through a very heavy drug addiction fight, which that
record was
I would
really
say that I
unique
overcame.
In so many different ways.
It's a very dark record.
It's a great record. It's the first one I bought.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Even like when we recorded at a studio that was like
relatively unknown, basically,
and kind of haunted in a sense.
Oh, dude, yeah. I can tell you
so look, it was 2 levels. It was 2 levels. There was a ground level, and then there was an upper level. And what they did was usually like when bigger bands or whatever came in, they would rent the upper level and they would stay in there, and they would go downstairs and record and everything. Well, we weren't staying there, but there was some nights we were late, and the guy was just like, you know what? We're going to be here till like fucking 3 a.m. Y'all can just stay upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, cool. Weird shit happened numerous nights. One night we were in the control room, and we were listening to something, and the way it was like the control room, and it faced into the main room where you recorded and everything, but there was this hallway. And something came by quick in the hallway. Like, we didn't know what it was. We just everybody kind of caught it out their eye. Nobody said anything. Yeah, nobody said anything, but everybody was just like looking around. And then finally somebody said, hey man, did you see that? And they're like, yeah. I didn't want to say anything. And then there was one night we were in there, and upstairs we heard it sounded like 100 people running back and forth.
Jesus, like you were trying to sleep?
No, we were
recording.
We were listening to music, and the top floor was like all the fucking sleeping area.
Jesus.
So, like, you downstairs where everything's being recorded, the upstairs was all like fucking beds and stuff.
Right.
And it literally sounded like an army charging up there, and it was like me and him and the guy that was producing the record, just like we were doing some vocals with
Dave Reynolds.
Yes, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was completely quiet, and all of a sudden it sounded like an army charging upstairs. Just like, what?
It was like they were like running back and forth upstairs. The thing about the place was,
it used to be
there was 2 ways to get upstairs. You can go in the front door, up the stairs in, but in the back part of the studio, there was a spiral staircase that went up. It was that metal spiral staircase that went up onto the top floor. That was the only 2 ways to get in. And after that happened, we went up, and it was just
there was nothing up there.
Silence
dead
up there.
silent.
Nothing. But it was like people like running and moving back and forth.
It was insane. There was that one night where I was doing guitar tracks, and like, all right, you have the mixing board or whatever, and there's a piece of glass, and you can look in like where you record the drums and the guitars and amps and stuff, and you have that glass between like the control room and where you record.
Yeah.
And like when you push your hand against a piece of glass when it's really cold, you can see the frost around it.
Okay.
One night, me and the guy that was producing the album, like something weird happened to where the amps, like everything just shut down, and it was just a handprint of like the frost against a glass.
It's weird.
But when we come to find out afterwards, it used to be a bookie house back in the day. It was like a gangster bookie house, and some rival gang came in and like mowed down like 40 motherfuckers just in there and just killed them all.
Where's the studio at?
It's in New Orleans. It's like gone now.
It's not
Katrina destroyed it.
When Katrina came through, the whole bottom level got flooded.
They didn't rebuild it or anything.
That place was like fucking haunted as shit, dude.
But it was unique. It was a unique experience. That whole record, like looking back at that record, it was very unique just because of everything that was
the
going
whole
on
scenario was going on.
And then even like where we recorded it and everything that happened with it, you know.
It's a great record. I think it stands out. It's fun to listen to. It's different because every time you listen to it, I don't know. I hear different stuff on that record because I listen to it on headphones.
Yeah, it's very different, man.
On CD and listen to stuff, so it's good. And you did a lot of touring for it.
Yeah,
and that's when you finish that, and then we move on to Haunting Curse, and you got
that was our first one with Metal Blade Records, and the first time we were able to actually sit down and do shit proper.
Saw you guys at the Muse on that tour?
Jeez, probably.
Oh, dude, we used to play the Muse a lot.
I saw you several times there, and that thing's long gone.
That was all.
Thank goodness.
It was that. I don't know
that fucking place, man.
I'll tell you a funny story. I was there one time, not to see you guys. I was there to see Vital Remains, and this is when Glenn Benton was fronting them, and he got there, and they didn't pay him, and I saw him just go.
Oh yeah, we know Glenn.
It was fun. All this, I never got to see that. It actually horrified me at the time because I was like, he's going to fucking kill that whoever was that book stuff or whatever else because he went bananas.
Glenn gets a little intimidating when he doesn't get his money.
That was the place though.
When he doesn't get his money
all the time back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, we played there with 1349.
I saw that.
It was like fucking. That was the place to play in Nashville.
I hate that place.
In Nashville, it just Nashville has like. I think the only thing that's left there, when I used to go to shows in the 90s, is what's that place near the? It's about 2 blocks from a liquor store and a hustler store. I'm trying to think.
It's like Exit In.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exit In's like the last place.
Yeah, that place is awesome though.
It is. We went and saw Belphegor there last year, but it was when we went. It was cool, and I saw you out the Muse, so that was I don't really. I think that one place, Exit In's really the only place that I would still go to there. But
your pedals, you didn't just wrap it all up.
Yeah, just make sure everything. Stop it.
Haunting Curse. So yeah, I love that. I love that record.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Well,
also too, that was the introduction of Zach Simmons on drums because
and then we got signed to Metal Blade and everybody was like screaming sell out, go to work, signed to Metal Blade. So we wanted to make the most extreme record we possibly could at the time, and that's why that album is filled with like so much fucking like blast beats and just crazy insane shit.
I mean I love that.
There's a lot of cool shit on that fucking record.
It is, and the. What was that? I'm trying to think of the video off of that record.
Alchemy of Black Sun.
Oh,
yeah.
We shot that.
And actually, we did Forever Consumed Oblivion, too.
That was a live show we did in fucking
New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Now, who all did you all tour with on that besides?
Jeez.
Oh, we toured.
Fuck, man. Where do you want to...
Wherever.
I can't even remember.
A memorable tour,
You know what,
maybe?
though? That was a weird moment in, like,
we
music.
toured with Celtic Frost on that album.
Yeah.
That's a very memorable one. And Venom.
11 years ago.
And Emperor as well.
Yeah.
Really?
So that was a very good year.
That's awesome. Now, was that in Europe? I'm assuming.
No, it was all
that
here.
was in the States.
Really?
All US.
Emperor only did like a few shows. They did a couple of shows in California.
Wait, was that the last Celtic Frost record and you all did?
Yep, Monotheist.
Yes, Monotheist before it turned into Triptychon.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so cool. That's cool. I like that record.
That record's awesome, man.
Dude, anything Tom G. Warrior does,
it's good.
He can do a fucking pop record. I love it, man.
It's good stuff. And then so y'all, what about Europe on that tour? Haunting Curse.
That's what we went with. Immolation.
Yes,
that's Immolation.
The last bit of it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, sure. Shit. So the rest of that you would do. You can talk about recording Haunting Curse. You can talk about like.
Oh yeah, well that's our first introduction with Eric Rutan and going to Mana Studios.
I want to talk to you about Eric a sec. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
To me, and I don't know what you guys think. To me, he's because I'm a big old death metal, not just the old, the Tampa stuff. Because I'm from Florida, from Canada, but I grew up in Florida. Big Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I mean, that's my area. That's my all the Tampa shit. But Scott Burns was the man back in the day. To me, Eric's like the guy now.
No,
for
dude,
death metal bands.
Eric Rutan is amazing. You know what? I started the first time I went to Rutan was with Soylent Green.
That's right. He did.
He did. Confrontation,
yes,
and then he did Inevitable Collapse. But Confrontation was before we even did Haunting Curse, and so we did that. And then I was telling the dudes in GOATWHORE, well, maybe we should go to Eric Rutan and try some things out, And it was cool because with Eric, his involvement with so many different things, like Morbid Angel when he was in that, and Hate Eternal and everything like that. So there was that thing like that, and it just evolved, and so we went with them. And then after that, we did, Carving Out the Eyes of God. We did Blood for the Master. We did Constricting Rage of the Merciless with him, because we had this little thing going on that we all kind of had this idea, and we were on the same page with things, and that doesn't reflect anything with like the new stuff.
Oh no, we'll get to that. I just wanted to ask you: do you agree with me that he's like the modern Scott Burns?
Oh yeah,
especially for death.
Well, you know what? I don't want to say that because the thing with Scott Burns was, like, I remember all those records when I was a kid growing up coming out that came out of there, and everything started to sound very similar.
Yeah,
that's true. It's
true. It did. But
with Eric, he's like that, but everything doesn't sound the same.
No.
I mean, because he went from doing like Us to Cannibal Corpse to Madball, to Agnostic. Right. He did Agnostic Front even.
Belphegor,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I love that.
Yeah, Belphegor. So he had a lot of variation going on. So he did a lot of different things, and I think that's what really helped him out a lot was doing the impact of all these different variations of styles to kind of branch out what he did as an engineer.
Well, I was excited as a fan when you all went to him initially because I was like, being the big death metal fan and me knowing him from Morbid Angel, I remember seeing him in this venue, the big room over there in '93 on Covenant. He was the live guitarist or whatever, and it was fucking amazing. And just I was a big fan of his in general, but it's like it was interesting because I've noticed a lot of people have stopped. No, I'm not saying that's why you guys did, but I know, like when Cannibal did, it was like noticeably different to me.
Yeah, but Cannibal's there now doing a new record.
They doing it with Eric?
Yeah,
they went back to Eric.
Yeah, everything comes.
No, it's fun. No, the reason it's funny is because the last time, because I can't get Paul to do this podcast, but I've known Paul for years. And when I was like, he was like, "What do you think of the new record?" I was like, "Dude, I can't do the Mark Lewis Whitechapel production on it." And he was just like, "Oh,
no,
man,
you know what? I think."
I mean, I kind of got it. I mean, I didn't fuss it, but he was asking me, and I was not going to lie to him.
But I personally think that sometimes bands go along and they want to just
mix it up. That's what he told me.
Yeah, they mix it up, try something different. I don't want to say like, you know, that old saying like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But within music, every engineer, the way they hear things and the way they participate in the recording is different for every band. So with that aspect, I just think that, you know, Cannibals have been doing shit for a long time. Look how
Scott
long,
Burns. We were talking about Scott Burns a minute.
Look how long Cannibals been doing things, you know, in general with every record they've done. I mean, they've went through like Colin Richardson.
Oh yeah,
fucking shit. What's his goddamn name?
I got off talking about Scott Burns and was talking about Eric Richardson.
But anyway, Cannibals shifted so many different times through so many different things.
Oh
so
yeah, definitely.
They're still. I mean, it's amazing that they still exist and do what they do.
It is.
They're still the best at what they do. They are.
But
in my opinion, they're still the best death metal band that exists.
They're
nowadays.
great at what they do, and you know, I always feel weird when I talk to Paul about stuff, because, you know, and there's stuff I won't talk about on here, but because he knows I'm a fan of all of it. You know, we had Chris Barnes on the podcast a while back. I'm a huge fan because I love their first 4 records.
Yeah,
to me,
we grew up on the first
that
4
stuff
records.
is fucking nasty, and I love his lyrics.
The Bleeding, you can't fuck with the Bleeding, dude. That's a great
no. Well, you know my favorite.
I mean, not to take anything away from Corpse Cry.
I love George. I love him, but
Butcher at Birth.
Oh man,
but there's something special about the Bleeding.
See, for me, it's Tomb.
Tomb of the Mutilated was probably their most extreme.
I'll share this with you guys. We had him on the podcast. I was talking to him. We were doing a Skype interview, and I got him talking. I couldn't believe I got him talking about Cannibal, what he did, and he goes, the song Necropedophile. I literally was so pissed off when I was living down in Tampa at this elementary school across from me. I literally went and recorded those kids playing, and then wrote the song.
So think about that.
I mean, it's fucking. I mean, he's just sick, and I love that. Yeah. I was like, you know, and to me, I love the old logo. You know, the original logo. I love his logo. I love that, and but I love all of it. I mean, I love George. I like George, and he's a monstrosity. But it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's like a lot of people got my ass about doing that interview with him, but it's like, man, he's the original singer of that band. Like, if you're a fan of Cannibal, to me, I like all of it.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know,
you
but
need to ask him
those first 4 records were just nasty.
Yeah, no, I agree. I remember when I bought Eaten Back to Life for the first time.
Oh my god,
dude, it's fucking intense.
That's a great record.
You know,
it is.
And then Butcher at Birth came out, and then Tomb of the. It was just like
they just kept
boom,
nailing it.
Boom, boom. It was like holy fucking shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember going up to like Milwaukee Death Fest and shit like that on the early stages.
I saw them there on the Bleeding.
It's like I saw Cannibal, Suffocation, Deicide, all those fucking bands like in the heyday. Like it was just fucking insane. Dude.
Milwaukee was fun.
All those bands.
I've never been to Maryland, but my friends made fun of me. I was like,
records,
oh yeah, that stuff's. I mean, Milwaukee was crazy. I remember going there I was like 19 when I first went to that, and I was like, this is fucking great.
I'll go there and lose my mom because I didn't have money to buy all the shit I saw in fucking
me either.
Shirts and CDs.
Dude, it was like it was like a building with, like, if you were into death metal, it was like, it's over.
Death metal, thrash metal, black metal, any kind of fucking.
This is before the black metal thing
happened.
No,
it was kind of too when the black metal thing was like, because they had a lot of like weird black metal shit, you know.
It was swimming around, but
yeah.
But yeah, so
you know, people knew about Impale Nazarene and Blasphemy.
Well, I mean, man, Death Crush was fucking already out. People
that's
were just
not my favorite, but anyway, that's not getting.
Not your favorite, but it was fucking it was the catalyst for the.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, we're moving on. We're gonna start now with Carving Out the Eyes of God.
When the big change happened. When the big change happened. Carving Out the Eyes of God.
Yeah, that was a shift. That was a big shift, man. Dylan.
Mopeds in there.
Ride them around?
Yeah. That was a big shift, man.
Yeah. That's when we put on our big boy black and roll pants. When we were like, you know, we ain't worried about doing a bunch of blast beats and trying to play 1,000,000 fucking miles an hour. We just want to write evil ass rock and roll.
And that's when Sammy sat down with Eric Rutan and said, you know what?
My guitar sound sounds like shit.
And I needed to sound like a fucking chainsaw.
You need to fix it, Eric. You need to fix it. And
but
he
Eric
did.
knew.
He
Eric
did.
knew. Eric knew. It wasn't when we first went to Eric with Haunting Curse,
well, there was some shit that happened.
He came from the school of like Morbid Angel and Hate Eternal.
Oh, yeah.
And then we stepped into there, and GOATWHORE was more like
there was other things
a punk band playing heavy metal.
But there was other things that on that.
That's what I liked about it.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like he took your old.
But Rutan didn't really understand that concept.
There was other
just
things
yet.
that came into play on
when we got in there with him, Danny started to go, "Oh, I see what's going on."
And it was like, Rutan, all right, we getting ready to come in there in a month, all right?
Right.
All we want you to listen to is fucking 2 Megatherion by Celtic Frost. And you'll get it.
You told him to listen
that's
to that.
That's what we told him.
Yeah.
And,
And he did.
I mean, dude, Rutan's great. The thing about Rutan that was fucking awesome is
he gets
as
the best
we went
out
along,
of it.
He kind of molded with us. He became like part of the situation. You know what I'm saying?
He stopped thinking of us like this technical death metal band, and started embracing what we are. Basically, like
dirty,
a black and roll,
not perfect, fucking rock and roll meets fucking black metal.
I remember
death
some
metal,
nights listening in the control room with me and Rutan, listening to like the Ramones and the Plasmatics, and I was like, "You understand what I'm saying?" He's like, "Hey, it's just fucking awesome." And from having Eric Rutan, Mr. Brutal Heavy Death Metal dude, me and him listening to the Plasmatics and the Ramones, he understood,
Y'all got him to get it, what you were trying to get out of him.
Like I said, I think we both worked together on that.
It's beautiful.
We had what we liked, and he had what he liked, and we mixed it and blended it, and that's how we started to work on things.
And everything worked out perfectly.
Because like Sammy was saying, he had this thing like the Morbid Angel, like solid, precise, fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like you listen to like Altars of Madness and Blessed Are the Sick and Domination and all that, and you hear that precision. But we're not that kind of band. We're kind of sloppy at times and shit like that, but
well, I mean, Angus Young,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like AC/DC meets Dark Throne. You know what I'm saying?
I can see. Yeah.
That was the thing.
It took a little while for Eric to understand that, and when he grasped it by the fucking balls.
And it was funny because after we did records with him like that, and he'd be doing some other record, he goes, "You know what? I'm kind of using like a GOATWHORE technique with this record."
He would say that to you guys.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Because it would be like, oh well, this is another. Because the thing is like this is another variation of how to do another band. Because everything doesn't fit with every
like this
band.
fucking
Everybody
think about
does
things like in the same way.
Yeah.
Capturing the essence and the personality of the band. Instead of being like, all right, this is a technical death metal band. We're gonna make it sound like Morbid Angel.
Right.
Tried and true thing.
Yeah.
Instead of being like that. I think we broke Eric out of that mold to where it's like capture the essence of the strengths of the band instead of trying to be so.
I think the thing was too, he was
know?
really open to it, which was cool.
Oh, he had no choice.
You know, well, he had no choice, but
because I was like carving out the eyes. I was like, dude, you could have my guitar sound.
He could have a choice. He could be like, fuck y'all, we're not going to do this, you know. But he was really, him and Sammy got a good relationship together, and he was really open to how things would have. I remember being there one night. I think it was for carving, and we were doing something, and we were just like, here, listen to this, and we were playing like Dark Throne Under a Funeral Moon. He was like, oh, this sounds terrible. He's like, this record sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You have to get him.
But the thing was after doing that with him, he would get the idea.
Well, I mean, the raw black metal stuff. We had to kind of explain them of what he needs to look at the good points.
Yeah,
you know, instead of being
he was missing it.
Instead of being like a producer and saying it's not pristine. Exactly produced.
The thing about producers too and engineers is they're always thinking about, oh, if this comes out, my name's on it. But at the same time, it's coming out and it's you and this band getting an idea of what the band sounds like.
But I'll never forget that. It was on the it wasn't on the Funeral Moon. It was fucking what's that one goddamn Dark Throne album that's like nasty as shit.
Panzer Files?
No, it was the one before
Total
that.
Death.
No, it was the one before that. God damn it. That really not. On the Funeral Moon, yes. And it was like, dude, you hear how like the drums sound like it's recorded in a room and nothing separated? It sounds like a drummer playing drums. It's like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it sounds good.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
But he would take those elements and then try to incorporate them into doing what we were doing, you know? So it was cool because it would open up things. And that was the good thing about Eric was he was willing to open up and do stuff like that and not just be set in stone and be like, no, this is how it's going to be. Right. This is how we're doing it. He was like, okay, cool. I want to work this out, and let's come to a term together that makes this fucking happen.
Now, when did you all where you had to sit down where you were playing him records? Did you start immediately when you all started working with him? Or
it was just random. Like we'd be hanging out at the studio and we'd do stuff, you know.
That's cool.
And then there'd be a night we'd be in there late because we'd be in there late. We'd be in there till like 2 and 3 in the morning. We'd start at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we'd be in there 12, maybe 14 hours a day. And then sometimes you get to a point where it's just you're in there all day recording and you're just like, it's like ramming your head against the wall, and so you kind of break away and you're like,
and sometimes
hey man,
you just got to listen
let's
to
listen to this shit. Yeah. And so you do that and you hang out for a little while. And so those aspects kind of come into play.
Makes sense.
With it. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was just sitting here thinking, I'm pretty sure you all used him like a year or two before Cannibal did.
Yeah.
Because their first one with him was Kill, I think.
Yes.
So, yeah. So Carving, you recorded with Eric.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you did, you want to talk about the recording process, obviously, with Eric, so that was fun, and you guys were hanging out and doing stuff. And then what about the touring for that record?
It was relentless as usual.
I can't really remember a whole lot of it. It was just...
A lot of fucking different tours, different things. What was the one we did... Actually, on Haunting Curses, when we did that Metal Blade 25th anniversary tour, right? With like Cannibal, Black Dahlia Murder, the Red Chord, us, The Absence.
And people were looking at us like we were a bunch of jackasses.
But that was a good tour. That was a good tour. And then Carving came out. We did a lot of different things, obscure things. Then was that when we did tour with 1349 for Carving?
What was it? Us. Them and not Mystium?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the first time I went to Australia.
Yeah.
On that tour? Okay, on that tour.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was like a different thing. We went with Behemoth and Job for a Cowboy.
Oh, that's a
and it was like big ass show.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
It was fantastic.
It was crazy. We went out there. First we did like 2 shows in New Zealand, and then we went and did Australia. And it was just like, holy
it was like some of my favorite bands from Australia, like Bestial Warlust and fucking Hades Archer and fucking all that shit.
Destroyer 666 from there, too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
that shit's good.
That's one of my favorite bands of all
time. Yeah,
they're
great. That, let's see.
The Spirit of Longus. I probably shouldn't say that name, but I'm a fan.
I mean, there's a bunch of bands.
Yeah, there's a bunch of great Australian.
Dude, Australia has a lot of
intense, like
AC/DC.
Well, I mean, that's the
obviously.
Well, yeah, but I'm
outside
talking about.
of
I mean, if you ask most people,
they have a lot of
intense, like black death metal bands.
Oh, I know.
They're just like you could just when you hear it, they sound like their shoulders are like tensed up.
Yeah,
like they were just ready to kick.
Bestial Warlust is great. Dude. Now that's what 2 of them ended up in Destroyer 666, or one of them?
KK Warslut from Destroyer 666 ended up in that band.
Okay.
And what was the singer's name? Fucking god damn it. He started another band called Cemetery Urn, and he was in Abominator for a while.
I like that band.
Yeah, dude, I
bought one of those records,
I love all
and I was
that
like,
shit,
this is
man.
fucking raunchy.
Yeah.
Are they Australian too?
Yes.
That band's actually
I love all that
That's
shit.
a great name too. It's like any kind of thing. Embalming or Abominator. It's like one of
Yeah, dude, this shit's fucking sick, man.
It is. It's good. So, and then we'll move on to Blood for the Master. I fucking love that album. When I bought that, I was like, I don't know. The cover art, when I first saw it, I was like, this is interesting. And then I bought it.
That's the first
and then
time
I listened
we had Jordan do
Yeah.
art for us and everything. That was a different record, you know. There was a lot of different things going on with it, but
yeah,
as Cole points out,
but you know that record, when I first heard it and I listened to it, and then I listened to it again on headphones, and I was like, man, I was hearing I love that record. You play it. Two of the songs that I love off that record live generally when I see you. So
yeah. No, there's a lot of really cool shit that's written on that fucking record, man. There's a lot.
The vinyl's cool. I had you sign my vinyl, that limited picture disc. That thing's really cool.
Yeah.
It came out fantastic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the touring for that, you guys did a ton of touring for that.
Yeah, of course. We do a ton of touring for like every fucking record.
We like to play. We like to jam out, man.
You all did Summer Slaughter that year. Yes? No?
Didn't we do Summer Slaughter like 2 years?
You did it like double.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't, just to take a brief second, we'll touch on that a second. I don't get it. I went last year because Terrence Suffocation was like, hey, you should come down, we'll do an interview. And we go there, and I was in hell through most of it. And I won't say what, but most of it, you could imagine, I was just in hell. I was in deathcore hell, and I was like, what is this?
You said it, I didn't.
I did. I did. And I was. And those
I'm
guys...
not saying that I don't disagree with you.
All right, here we go. This is like what he said earlier. Sometimes you play in front of people that aren't familiar with what you do. And then they're like, oh, wow, this is what else is going on besides everything else that's being shoved down
some
my
dude
throat.
like has a drop tune 8-string that's playing like fucking 2 notes. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I agree with you 100%.
I'm not pointing out any band.
We're not. I'm not saying
but
a younger generation stepping into the mix, all that shit is like forced to them. It's force fed, and then when you throw bands like Us or Exhumed and things like that on,
fuck yeah, like dude, that was
Chris. It's then those people see, they're like, damn, they got some. This is other shit.
This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's confusing when you watch it as an older fan for me, because I'll get in there and I'm like, oh god.
Oh yeah, Summer Slaughter thing, dude. It's like everybody has like 25 minutes, so it's like it's like a blitzkrieg. It's either a blitzkrieg or like death metal or fucking metalcore.
Yeah.
Either you have fucking a bombardment of like awesome shit or a bombardment of breakdown.
It confuses me just because we, like, for example, this wasn't that, but we went to interview Barney and from Napalm Death, and we go to the show, and nobody stayed to watch Napalm Death. I won't say who the other band was, but everybody watched that bullshit band and then left when Napalm Death went on. I'm like, you don't want to see Napalm Death because this band's really good. I don't know. It was really, I don't know. It just breaks my heart when it's like, are you kidding me?
No, it is. I mean, a lot of it's. You know what? It's always going to be like that, though. There's people are just into something because it's like the cliche thing to be into, and then they don't.
It's like this, dude. It's like, all right, one summer I was into Slayer.
Okay.
Have you ever heard anybody say that before? No.
Hey, Rob Zombie called. He wants his club back. You didn't see that Metal's Headbanger Journey? You fucking talking about the fucking Slayer in that.
You've never heard anybody say that ever before.
Right.
Either you're in it or you're not.
Right.
And if you're not, then you'll be weeded out very quickly.
Correct.
That's what makes Europe a lot different.
Yeah, dude. Europe is fucking.
Because in Europe, those people are like diehards about something. It's not like weekend warriors. Like, oh, I'm in the Slayer for this year. The motherfuckers are in the Slayer for a lifetime.
Oh yeah,
they're in the Iron Maiden for a lifetime. They're in the fucking
dude. They're like serious.
It's like constant. Where in the States, a lot of time it's more of like
it's more of a trend and how cool you want to look hanging out with certain people. But anyway, let's not talk about that.
Well,
move on to the next question.
We will move on. And you did a lot of touring for Blood for the Master. I'll just wind it up on that. And
yeah, we did.
I love that record.
Let's basically say we've done a lot of touring for each fucking record.
But I love that record. I don't know, there was something special about that record. That's my favorite GOATWHORE album. I don't know if that's weird, but I love that record.
No, I mean, everybody's
got the tab. It's fucking awesome.
Everybody has their own opinion.
I love that record. I just really like it.
It's my cat's favorite record, believe it or not.
Fucking Willie.
Willie loves that record.
It's a great record. Constricting Rage of the Merciless. There's another one, the artwork. I was like, Jesus.
Yep, and that was Jordan again, just stepping in. evolved and evolved. Everything from the beginning to now is
it was a complete
evolution.
It was a complete planned thing.
I wouldn't say necessarily planned.
Well, we had a good idea when we started.
Plan / learn / evolution /
It was, It was.
I personally like going back and going through every single record and seeing how, Sammy has become more and more of an evolved guitar player, and how Zach has evolved from a Haunting Curse into, even the newer record, Vengeful Ascension, as a drummer and what he's brought to the table and the things he's done.
Right.
And the same, like when James played on stuff, when TA plays with us in a live, the whole evolution of it is like, you sit there and you listen to it and you're like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. There's a process. It's not necessarily planned, it's just the way things
fall into place.
Yeah.
But I can tell you some weird shit about that album.
I'd love to hear that.
That Circle Evocation, where it has the words and it has like a Saturn stuff. I remember it felt like I was sleepwalking and I was practicing some heavy stuff at the time.
Okay.
And I remember just on my altar at home, just like scribbling that at the time.
Okay.
And my wife just like, what the fuck are you doing? And that Circle of Evocation with all that, I guess Azazel was speaking to me at the time.
I mean, it's some... We were hanging out one night outside of Masquerade, and I remember handing you something to sign, and you're like, I will not sign. Somebody was trying to get you to sign. You were signing stuff for people, but they were trying to get you to sign on something on that marking.
No.
And you were like, absolutely not.
Well, that's it's a very sacred area.
No, I thought it was really cool. Like, I learned something when you were talking about that. I thought that was really interesting.
But that whole thing from like fucking Constricting Rage, that whole circle, I don't even... I remember waking up... Well, it's like being like in a dream.
Okay.
And just... It's hard to explain, man. Like I said, I was into some heavy stuff at the time, and I guess something was speaking to me at the time.
Well, I remember that. I'll never forget that night, because some kid was trying to... You were signing stuff for me, and you were signing... It got to that, and I was like... And you schooled everybody that was standing there, the four of us, and I was like...
We have to have some kind of respect.
Oh, yeah, man. I learned. I didn't know, so...
Don't fuck with forces that you control.
No, we don't do that. I don't do that. My podcast doesn't do that. But we like hearing about you doing things with it, so... But yeah, that record's great, and you all did, again, a assload of touring for it, tons of different tours.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit we did on that one.
My favorite show that I saw you all do on that tour was a couple years ago. You played at the Earl. I always go see you when you play there.
The Earl. I love the Earl.
The Earl's great.
Was that with Black Breath and Ringworm?
Yes.
And then we played there a couple of times before that.
Yeah,
that place is great, man. I like that place.
It is great. It's always fun to see you guys there, too. And you were telling everybody to...
fuck off.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun. You played a Motorhead cover that night.
That was the night that I fell off the stage.
You did. I just remember you came out to Venom. You all came out to that playing in League of Satan.
Oh, yeah. We try to make that happen.
It's fun.
When we have our normal sound guy.
It's fun. It's fun to come out to that. You played the Motorhead cover, and that was fun. And but yeah, I love that record. That record's fantastic. Again, the vinyl for that is beautiful. And again, to listen to that record on headphones, it's like a total different experience than me just sitting there listening to it in my car on stereo. Two ways I'll listen to it: CD in my car. I don't do digital. I still rock the CD cassette player in the car. Well, I did till my fucking car broke down this week, but I'm still going to get another one. And then I do the Bose headphones at home and listen to your own stuff. And I think it's two different listening experiences listening to it like that.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, depends on what kind of drugs you're on.
Well, that too. but that always enhances GOATWHORE. But
acid is always good with the headphones.
Yes, it is.
Did I say that out loud?
You did.
Yes, I did.
I agree with you. Vengeful Ascension. I got to hear about this.
Got quiet.
Yeah.
You'll see.
I'm excited.
You'll see what happens.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's funny, too, like, they released one song so far, but you know what? It's not...
That song doesn't represent the whole album.
It's the calm before the storm.
Okay. I like the song you played tonight.
Well, that was the song they released.
I hadn't heard it.
Yeah.
I've seen the artwork for it, and I thought that was interesting.
Oh, the artwork's fantastic.
And Jordan did that too.
Jordan did again.
But it's different. It's different.
It is different. It's
Because
totally
he has
different.
a lot of... His skill with art is fucking very unique, and he's very eclectic in what he can do.
That's a good way to explain it.
You know,
Does Jordan do a lot of different stuff for other people? Does he do?
Well, yeah. I mean, he does. He's did work for 1349. He's done work for High on Fire. He's done work for
Sleep.
Well,
the reason I asked, your old stuff looks so specific.
St. Vitus. You know, he's done a lot of fucking shit, man.
Nice.
I mean, he's got his own tattoo shop in New Orleans, Abracadabra Tattoo.
Okay.
But outside of that, he
Hometown guy. I
does
didn't even know
all
that. I
this
didn't realize
different shit
that. It's
for
awesome.
fucking all these other fucking bands too. So.
The last Sleep post they did is fucking sick, dude.
Nice.
Amazing. But anyway.
So, and we'll talk about this in a second. We'll go back to Eric again. So, you all, at one point, you told me when we were talking outside of Masquerade that you were going to try something different. This was like
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to...
No, it's good. It's good. We were kind of talking on it earlier, and you
have to get out. You need to get out your comfort zone.
Exactly. You have to try different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, nothing against Eric. I love working with Eric. Eric's awesome. Dude, he's great. He's fucking fantastic. But, you know, sometimes you have to... Being that this album is like... I'm not going to say it's so different from our old song. I mean, you'll hear us and you'll know it's us, but there are different elements on this new album that we've never really stepped forward with.
Okay.
So we just figured, fuck it. Let's just completely go in a different direction with it.
And did you... The decision to go with the producer you went with, what was...
Well, he runs sound for us.
Yeah,
live.
he does. The thing was
It's your sound guy.
Yeah. Well, he's not with us right now, of course,
Right, but-
because he's doing the new Exhume record. But
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. But he's a live guy, and
he knows what we sound like probably better than we do.
He wasn't just a live dude. He's done records. He's done Gruesome and 1349.
Okay, then I've got that stuff. Yeah.
He did like...
Did he do the last the first Gruesome thing?
He did all the Gruesome
Okay,
shit.
then yeah, I've got
He
all
did
that.
the last fucking 1349, you know?
Okay.
So...
The white one with
Yeah.
It's a good record.
Massive Cauldron of Chaos.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
So...
The patch with
The
it.
thing was he had this aspect of... He's worked in the studio before, but he's been with us live, so he knew an element of us in a live setting that he wanted to bring to the record.
Okay.
So we just kind of...
It was an experiment.
Yeah. I mean, with an experiment, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know,
it might fail, it might succeed.
But that's the jump you have to
Ultimately,
take.
it is your decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy.
So
I'm
we
happy.
planned it. We did him, and then Chris Commons did the mix on it.
Okay.
And Mayor Applebaum did the mastering for it. You know,
what else Chris done before? I'm not familiar with. I probably am.
he's actually done a lot of like different shit, like Chelsea Wolfe, and
oh wow,
he's done a lot of different
Like
things,
weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You
So-
totally mixed it up.
And it was funny because
But like dark stuff, like weird dark stuff.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Joe Axler told me.
What did
Joe
Axler?
Axler plays drums in the band Theories. Okay,
What did Joe
he also
Axler
played in
tell
Book
you?
of Black Earth back in the day, but he said that. That's what he said, bro. Check this out.
No, I wanna
He
try
said, relax. He said,
what?
Fuck you, Ben.
But he was saying that Chris Commons wouldn't do another metal record again.
Oh, guess what?
And then he was really like when Jarrett kind of
He probably did
brought
the
it
most
to him. He
metal
was like,
record he's ever going to do.
I'm really interested in this.
What's wrong?
This sounds good. So it's kind of like it shifted for him, you know. But it was funny because Joe Axler was telling me, he was like, it's funny that he did y'all's record because he said he didn't really want to do anything metal again. But some things, people hear shit and then it causes them to change. I've learned in doing this that you never, ever say the word never.
Because you never know if it's going to come back around
because
again.
Things will happen and you just do something that you didn't expect.
And where did you all record the record at?
We record it at Earth Analog. It's in Tolono, Illinois.
Okay.
All right. And it's about 30 minutes south of Champaign, Illinois. And the studio is owned. You ever heard of a band called Hum?
I know who that is, yeah.
Matt Talbot is one of the guys in Hum, and he owns the studio.
Interesting.
And they still do reel to reel.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so that's what we did the record on reel to reel.
Very
and everything.
time consuming.
So,
I bet.
But it was unique. It was different. It was a different studio, different aspect, different, with a different approach and everything. And like we said, it wasn't no ill will with Rutan or anything like that. It was just a different step and a different approach with things.
There's so many. I think it's good. I'm excited to hear it. It sounds like you all have done some different things on it. So
yeah, nothing drastic,
right.
But I think too, it kind of steps into the realm of presenting us
more darker, actually.
Darker, grittier, nastier, kind of like us in a live setting.
Well, see, the label I think sent it to me digitally, but I refuse to listen to stuff digitally. I want to hear that when I go buy the CD and I put it in my car and I drive around and listen to the whole damn thing 3 times. That's how I listen to Errol's records when I get them. I'm gonna have to use somebody else's car now, but that's okay. Drive around and listen to it, and that's what I like to do. And then I get drunk, and then I pick out the songs that I like, and then I listen to all the tunes that I like.
That's awesome. If that's what makes you happy, then fucking right, man.
Yeah, man, and that's how I get into the new record. So, I think it's good that you mixed it up. You went to somebody different, and then you didn't do, you got a guy who the hell would ever thought that? You get that guy to mix it. That's...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just do something on
you got to take a chance every now and then,
I think it's great.
Step out of the comfort zone.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of being the same old bullshit. Not to say anything about Eric Rutan. I love Eric Rutan, but how many Black Sabbath albums have you heard? And they're produced by so many other dudes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Like the fucking classic shit with Ozzy, and then the stuff they did with Dio. It's a different flavor of hot sauce, I guess.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah. There's a lot of variation going on.
Exactly.
But yeah, all those bands like that, they always mixed up a producer.
Exactly.
Some of those bands, I guess the only band I can think of off the top of my head, and I'm sure I'm probably wrong, but Maiden there for the longest time, all they used was that Martin Birch dude when I remember when I was growing up. And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Yeah, but it's good to mix it up and go with something different.
No, it is. It is. I agree.
Lyrically, can you talk a little bit lyrically about...
Talk to him about that.
About Vengeful?
Please. Anything we can talk about it. I don't want to give anything away for anybody.
Look, a lot of
devil worship, like true devil worship.
As far as lyrics, it's just like the music. The music's very variant within extreme styles like black metal, death metal, like more traditional heavy metal, things like that. And the lyrics are put in place in the same fashion. All the lyrics are based on esoteric oddities and things like that, and Luciferian aspects and stuff like that, and mixed with like old world literature like Milton's Paradise Lost, Dante's Inferno type shit. But then it's also blended with like my personal beliefs and ideas within that stuff.
Okay.
But the lyrics go in with the music, just like the music is put together in that aspect that it's so variant in all the extremities. And so the lyrics do that as well. I don't want to paint them into a corner because I want people to listen to the music and the lyrics in their own aspect. Because if I go ahead and say, oh, well, this song's about this, then it totally seals it up.
Satan.
That's
kind of.
I want people to have a more impactful idea of what they perceive from it on their own as an individual.
Well, the artwork is what's got me. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's the aspect, like the idea behind that is like if you look at it, everything when you see the whole entire piece. Because, like, the cover, you see a piece, but it's this huge piece.
Okay.
And it's coming out from the thing, but it's the element of every kind of, like, thing from like ideas of like H.P. Lovecraft, Dante's Inferno, Paradise Lost, shit, I'm running a blank on this, Into Pandemonium, Hieronymus Bosch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Artists back then, that these ideas behind hell, and like, it's the reverse of the back in the day of like the mouth of hell. They used to throw everyone in the mouth of hell, and that's where you condemn. Well, now everything is coming from that mouth of hell, and it's rising forth.
Right.
And it's ascending. And it's coming off.
Donald Trump.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, it's
because if you look at the art, it's all these different little things in it, you know, and it's you see like a tentacle in it, and which definitely represents a lot of H.P. Lovecraft there, like Cthulhu and Nyarlathotep and all those things like that.
Nice.
You know, his whole mythos as far as that goes. You know?
Yeah, that's
so everything's in there blended, and it's coming up and it's rising up. You know, so
it's exciting. Do you have any? What about the music on it when you're rotting your guitars?
See.
I'm just gonna wait. I gotta wait.
Probably the most darkest stuff.
You gotta load this fucking gear, man.
I'll help you all load the gear if you. We'll finish up real quick.
The most darkest stuff I've ever written in my life, in a long time. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm gonna go pee. Let's go load this shit.
This is Ben from GOATWHORE.
And Sammy Dewey from GOATWHORE.
And you listen to the FANTASM Podcast.
Hail Satan.